Hello. Today, Wakasm plays Slay The Spire, the Ironclad, Ascension Level 1. And hello, how's everybody doing today? It's another late night here of board gaming. So, that is why the lighting is a little bit darker, because it is nighttime, and my lighting can only do so much where I'm set up. But I'm excited to play Slay The Spire. It's been a little while since I've played it solo. Played it once or twice with other humans teaching it, but not getting very far because, you know, playing with new players can be a little bit tough with Slay The Spire, just because it's a very long game. I think one game we got to Act 1, the other one we got to Act 2, and then everyone had to go. So I'm revisiting it solo and moving on with my Ascension journey. Again, I've covered it in previous videos, but my experience with the digital game, you know, the original Slay The Spire, is I'm about Ascension anywhere from 10 to 15 on all of the different classes, with maybe the exception of one of them. I think maybe I haven't gotten that far in the Watcher. I think the Watcher is the one I played the least, because it got released after when I was really actively playing it, and it's also been a while, so I have no idea how much of that experience will trans over to the board game. We won last time with the Silent. The Silent is the class that I'm the most familiar with. Today we're going to do Ironclad. I'm somewhat familiar with the Ironclad, but I wouldn't say it's my most comfortable hero class. So yeah, let's get started. First, we will do a little bit of... So I am playing on Ascension 1 because the last time I played, I played on the Silent and we won. And this is how I'll be tracking it on my website, wakasm.com. Usually when I do these kinds of like board game progress stuff, I usually do it on my website in some shape or form. Mostly for me to keep track of, because sometimes it's been a long time since I've played games. So I think, like, for instance, the last time I played solo has been like 4 months ago, maybe longer. I don't remember exactly when it was. But yeah, it's also just little fun activities for me to do to get better at my programming skills, and I don't know, just something that I do very similar to logging plays and, you know, BoardGameGeek or BG Stats. So yeah, this is where I'll be keeping track of all of my unlocks, and then also I created like a run history for myself as well, so that I can reference, you know, what my builds were like, what cards I played with, and I might even at some point track like the whole database of cards, and, you know, which games which cards I've beaten the game with and which cards I haven't. This way maybe I can try to like force myself to do different builds over time. But yeah, I don't know, might not be interesting for you, but it's interesting for me. I'll always have a link to my YouTube videos from here, so you can go watch the run if that's interesting for you. The way that I'm doing Ascension stuff compared to the actual digital game, in the digital game, the way it works is you have to start at Ascension level 0 for every single class and then work your way up one at a time. Because this is a board game and the board game shares assets, basically I will probably play most classes at whatever my highest Ascension level is, unless I'm really struggling. The reason why I'm doing that is because you have to mix in all the components. So if I want to lower the Ascension, I would have to like go and dig out all the cards and reset the cards, and it's kind of a pain in the butt once you start putting stuff back in the box and re-sleeving and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, so unless I really struggle at higher Ascensions, that is what I'll be doing. So basically, even though the Silent was the class that got to Ascension 1, if I win today at Ascension 1 with the Ironclad, then I can start another game with any of the classes at Ascension 2 and move up that way. Does mean if I'm very successful, less plays overall, because I'll be jumping with all 4 classes, but that's just how I'm doing it. So anyway, figured I would share that. I guess let's get started. First things first, if you're not familiar with the Ironclad class, its special power is it heals 1 at the end of every single combat. So you kind of get a little bit more leeway with your health. And then its starting deck is pretty much just all strikes and defense, with the exception of Bash. The Ironclad kind of does a lot with vulnerability, and also does a lot with exhausting cards. And I think shields, I don't know what's translated into the core game. I haven't really played with the Ironclad too much yet. I've seen them played by other people, but again, other than one game when this was in Kickstarter with my close friends. I've not really played 2-3 with other people yet. Hopefully one day I will. But yeah, so if you're unfamiliar, that's kind of the deal with the Ironclad. So we'll just get started and see how we do, and hopefully, you know, we can get there. So first things first, I already rolled the dice to choose our boss for the day, and for Act 1 anyway. So we are going to be fighting Hexaghost. I don't have the board game knowledge yet to know what all the changes are from the actual game. Like I know how Hexaghost works in the digital game. I don't know how it's been abstracted to the board game, so that will be a surprise for me because I don't think I played against Hexaghost yet, and if I did, I don't remember. So a lot of this is going to be reacquainting myself with the rules of the board game anyway. This is our map layout. I don't love this map layout because I'm probably going to go up this way and go for the elite, as one probably should when playing Slay the Spire, but I feel like this elite being so early kind of makes us not get full value out of our merchant. And honestly, I probably would have rather something like this where I could take advantage of a campfire first, but this is how we drew this map, so that's what we're going to do. So it looks like I can get 2 elites during this run if I, you know, do it well. I have to see how our first fights actually go, determine that. So we're going to get started. So the first thing that we do when we get started is we have to do, you know, it's blessing. So, all right. So this is a get 3 gold and a skill upgrade. So the way that works is we're just going to grab 3 cards from the top of the deck. And this is what we have options for. So ghostly armor, 2 shield to any player with ethereal. I'm not sure what the proper pronunciation. Wow, I cannot speak at all. The proper pronunciation. There we go. I can talk. There we go. So, okay, if we want defense, we also have disarm, which is kind of an exhaust, which kind of also is like defense. The good thing here is it exhausts, which means that, you know, it gets out of your deck, and then we do stuff with exhaust. Or we have battle trance, which is draw 3 cards, and then you can't draw additional cards this turn. My play style is I would probably get battle trance first, just because it can help you get to combos earlier on. If you get some good cards early, you can kind of then start, you know, removing cards to get to those cards faster. So we're just going to go with that and hope it's not a mistake. And then we have some options here. We can gain 5. We can add a random, we can gain 5 gold. We can add a random rare card to our deck, or we can gain the option of looking at 3 rare cards and lose 3 gold. I don't want to lose any gold. So really it's down to, do I want to gain gold, go ham at that merchant, or do I want to add a random rare card to my deck? I think I'm gonna gamble and do a rare card. I don't know if that's the right play, but we'll get a random card and we'll let this dictate what our build is gonna be. So this is not from the right pile, so let's put that back. That's an accident. This is our rare pile. All right, double tap. Okay, this turn your next attack is played twice, so not a horrible card. We can make use of it kind of early. I would have liked something that gave me strength, but you know, beggars cannot be choosers when it comes to that kind of stuff. Yeah, so all right, we are going to get started then. We have to pull our first encounter card. We're going to shuffle our first encounters, and we will just close our eyes and choose this one. Occultist. Okay, Occultist. Hopefully we can handle Occultist. Because of my setup, I'm going to use counter like this instead of the cubes. You can't see it as strongly here as you can maybe here, but the way the lighting in this room is set up, I do get a lot of reflection, and because I have to put my camera more over the table, it does mean that when I use the cubes, it can be kind of hard to see, especially like once I get a little bit higher up. So we're going to try using these counters that I have, and these were something I got off Etsy a while ago, and I don't know, I just use them. I find it a little bit easier, but I do notice that the angle is a little bit off because it's meant to be red at this one, but you can tell by the arrows what we're at. So hopefully this isn't too annoying. If it is too annoying, let me know. I guess I could do something like this, or I could try to find a way to get it to balance like this, but we're going to try it. We'll see how it works. So give me feedback on that if that's too annoying. Anyway, we're going to get started. I don't know if I'm going to do all 3 acts in one sitting, and chances are I'm probably not. So if I survive Act 1, just understand that I might pause it, resume on a different day, or tomorrow or a different time. I am doing this late at night for this first part, but who knows? I might be able to do the daytime tomorrow and have better lighting. So if you see any weirdness there, that's what that's about. So we're going to get started. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. We're going to roll this dice. We are hoping for a 4, 5, or 6. We got a 3, so not the greatest start. We are going to use our battle trance, since we have it, to draw 3 more cards. Is that we draw our stronger cards, but we did not. So we did draw our bash. So what we are going to do is we are going to bash and defend for this first attack. And we were hoping to get the double tap with the bash, but we did not get it. So the way that works is bash does 2 damage, and we add vulnerability. I put some tokens that I thought we might need out here. So they are vulnerable, which means that the next time we attack, we will do double damage. That's good. And then we're going to have 1 defend for 1 block. I probably should move my head over here so you can see what's going on there. So these are going to go into my discard. The cultist is going to go. They're going to attack me for 1, and I have 1 block, so we are good there. And what am I going to do? Oh, they get strengthened, so it means next turn they're going to do 2 damage. We know for sure we're going to have our double tap in these 4 cards, so I don't know. Hopefully we can get our battle, the thing that lets us draw 3 cards, or we can get our bash again. That would be great. Don't know if it's going to happen. Let's roll. Got another 3, so we have not triggered our loaded die. And then just as a reminder, the way our loaded die works is on 4s, 5s, and 6s, we basically get a shield. All right, so not the greatest use of a double tap, because this turn your next attack is played twice, and our next attack are all going to be strikes. So I literally could just play 2 strikes instead, but we are going to play 2 strikes, and I could do 3 damage actually and just soak up the damage. But no, we are going to do, we'll do 1 defend for now. So this is going to basically be 3 damage, because the first one is going to be doubled. Second one is just going to be normal hits. So 6, 5, 4, and we have 1 block. Actually, might have been smart to just do all the damage and take the damage, but we'll see what happens. They're going to attack me for 2. I block 1. I take 1 damage, and we are on a new turn. So if I can get this, and they also get strength, so they're doing 3 attacks. So if I can get this loaded die to trigger, that would be helpful. I keep rolling 3s. Hate to see it, but not much I can do. All right, we do have our battle trance, so we're going to play that. We're going to draw 2 cards, and then we are going to shuffle, and we'll see if we can maybe get our, I think the bash is in our hand already. The bash is in our hand already. So we are hoping to get the double tap. No double tap. Okay, so can we kill him this turn with what we have? Probably we can. Actually, probably. No, we can't. We messed. Actually, no, we can. So we can bash and then strike, and that should be enough to kill him. So when we bash, we're going to take 2 damage, and then they're going to get a vulnerability, and then we're going to cast strike, which is going to be double damage, which is another 2, which is going to put them at 0, and that is going to be it for them. And then we're going to heal up at the end of the battle. So it puts us back at 10 health. So our rewards are going to simply be 1 gold and then a skill. So we'll put this back with the first encounter pile. We will get our 1 gold. And I just realized, I think I hit this with my head. And we're going to draw our 3 cards. Oops. 1, 2, 3. Okay. You know, one of these is anger. You have a shockwave and a heavy blade. All right. Well, anger I like, because you can put this card on. It's basically for a free attack, and then you can kind of put it back on the top of your pile. And I think the upgraded version is 2 damage. So if you get this, basically it's like a guaranteed 2 damage every turn. It works really well. Just always have free damage every turn. But Since we have double tap, I think I would get more value if I can ever draw my double tap and heavy blade together. So I think we are going to take the heavy blade. Shockwave's pretty good too, giving everything vulnerability and weakness, but I think the heavy blade is the more early noob friendly path for me. That's what we're gonna do. All right, so we are going to look at this map, and then as a reminder, if you want to support me, feel free to like and subscribe, leave comments, let me know if I broke any rules. I have a Discord you can join to come talk. I'm a Patreon supporter. I have a few Patreon supporters, which I appreciate. Thank you for supporting me if you do it already. I am new, I'm repetitive, I may not be the most interesting, but I try. We are going to go up this way like we said, and we are going to get an event. Let's grab an event. All right, upgrade shrine. All right, we can upgrade a card or we can upgrade 2 random cards, lose 2 HP. Kind of want to upgrade 2 random cards. Problem with that is, what is the likelihood of getting cards that I want? Plus 2 HP is kind of a lot since we're going to be seeing a elite very soon, and depending on what elite we get, that HP is going to be really valuable. We are at full HP right now though. I'm going to simulate what 2 random ones are going to be, but I'm really actually going to choose picking a card. But let's see. This would have been like the greatest. We're going to do it. We said we're going to do it. We're going to take the 2 HP. That was the simulation. We're going with it. Actually, I'm not going to cheat. We're going to keep the 2 HP. I was going to upgrade the heavy blade, I think, anyway. But yeah, this would have been really good. What's an upgraded bash do? Oh, 4 damage. Man, if I would have went with Heart of the Cards right there, that would have been like the greatest double pull ever. But yeah. Well, actually, upgrading the heavy blade doesn't do anything for us right now. I think we're going to upgrade the bash. I'm regretting not taking that 2 HP and doing this. But I mean, what was the... These were the 3 cards I wanted upgraded. The double tap, maybe the battle trance. So it was a 4 in whatever chance. So yeah. The likelihood of me actually getting the cards I wanted were small, but yeah, the 2 HP is going to be important. So we'll do it the smart way, even though I kind of regret not doing it now. Anyway, we're going to move on to our next battle. It looks like this. We are going to draw up. We are getting a Jawworm, not our favorites, if I remember. At least getting him early, but we shall see how it goes. So he has 10 health. Shuffle our deck. Maybe we can get our double tap upgraded bash out. That'd be wonderful. So 1, 2, 3, 5. I've said it before, but I do love the feel of shuffling in Slay the Spire. All right, so we got a 4, so we do get our 1 block. All right, so we do get our upgraded bash, but we did not get our double tap. But we are, of course, going to do... So let's see what they're doing first. So he's just attacking for 4. No shield. How many cards do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, I'm not guaranteed to get my bash back to take advantage of that vulnerability unless I just don't attack for 2 turns. So I think I'm just going to defend. Actually, you know what? We'll just take the 4 damage. We'll do a strike immediately after. I don't have any upgraded defense. I do have the 1 defense, so that's going to be helpful. Maybe I can kill him. So yeah, he's going to take 4, 5, 6 damage. So he goes down to 4 damage. So it's 4 with the vulnerability, but then we immediately trigger the vulnerability with a normal strike. So that's 6 damage. He's going to attack back with 4. We have 1 block here. My head. So that's going to be 3 damage to me. So I go down to 7 HP. And that is it for the turn. We're going to draw 5 more cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are going to roll this dice. Hopefully we get a block. We do. We get a 6 this time, which is actually really good for us. This is the outcome we wanted. Because we get the block, but this turn they're not attacking us. So we... Oh, I forgot I have the heavy blade. Oh yeah, never mind. So we can just kill him this turn anyway. Does not matter. Forgot that we have a heavy blade. So we're going to double tap, cast heavy blade. That's our 3 energy for the turn. And this turn, This gets attacked twice, so we're going to do 6 points of damage. I totally forgot I have a heavy blade in here. So yeah, that actually went pretty well. We are going to get 1 coin, and we're going to get another card upgrade. See if we get anything good. Got a Flex, Warcry, Body Slam. We don't really have a lot of defensive cards, and I don't know if all the defensive cards that might be a thing are in the game. So I feel like in the actual game, I love Body Slam. I love like building up your defense and then hitting hard, but I just don't know, because like, the max you can get is 10 defense in the board game. You can't like infinitely scale it. So I don't know. Maybe Body Slam's good, but I don't actually know. Flex is kind of good, but you lose it at the end of the turn, and it does exhaust. Or we can Warcry, and we can like try to wombo combo. Wombo comboing with the double tap might be the play. I think we're going to take the Warcry. What's the upgraded Warcry? Is it just draw more cards? I assume it's just draw more cards. Draw 3 cards, yeah. Yeah, so we're going to do the Warcry since we got that upgraded Bash. I do want the Flex, but we'll just hope to get it later, or we will hope that we can get Strength in some other way. All right, so we heal 1 at the end of the turn, so we are at 8. We go to a merchant now, so I have to set up the merchant. That was a total accident. These are supposed to be potions. 3 skills. All right. So first, let's just look at the skills that we drew. So we drew a cleave, another body slam, and a headbutt. Don't actually know what I want out of this, if I want anything. But let's look again at the cards we drew. Wait, what's going on here? This is not supposed to be here. I have to reach all the way across the table, and for some reason I'm just late at night doing silly things. All right, I have 7 gold, so I could buy the Abacus, which would help me more consistently trigger my loaded die. I basically could trigger it on 5 of the. Oh, it's actually only +1, so I would trigger it on 3s, 4s, 5s, and 6s. Can't afford the Pen Nib or the Necronomicon, which both would be good for this build. Or I could get a Cunning Potion. That looks like it'd be pretty good for me. Or a Blood Potion. Maybe we get the Blood Potion. Yeah, I think we're going to get the Blood Potion, and then we're going to remove a card. I don't think I'm going to buy any of these cards. I do want the Cleave. What is the upgraded Cleave? Is it just more damage, or is it twice the attack? It's just more damage. I do want the Cleave, because we do want AoE at some point, but I don't think I want it yet. Headbutt could be pretty good. I mean, Headbutt is like a upgraded Strike, and it lets you put stuff back on the pile, so that could be really good to constantly get the double tap as well. But I think right now I just want to remove cards and get a potion, because I have no potions. So we're gonna buy a potion for 3, and then we are going to get rid of a Strike, because we actually have a lot of attack cards already. We'll keep our defenses for now until we can get better stuff. And that is it for the turn, or for this place. So we gotta get rid of 6 golds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's almost all my gold. I kind of wish I took the Headbutt now that I'm thinking about it, but we'll see if I regret that decision. So, all right, we are going to advance onto our first elite. I don't know why I just did that twice. So we are on our first elite. So who are we fighting? I'm hoping it's not the goblin dude that increases in damage. It's the goblin dude that increases damage. So I don't know. Hopefully we draw our good cards really fast and we can survive. So we didn't talk about it, but this is one of the things that Ascension 1 changes. I don't actually know what the differences are. I don't remember. It's been too long. But see this in the upper right-hand corner? This is an Ascension 1 card. So he's stronger in some way. I just don't know how much stronger he is. It's been way too long. I could go fetch the card and compare the two, but I don't really remember. All right, so we are just going to start. We do have some ability to heal if things get really dire with him. I kind of now wish I took the Cunning Potion for the extra damage, because you kind of just want to kill this guy as fast as possible. I mean, I feel like that's true for almost all the elites, but yeah, it feels like it's more true for this guy. I remember him being really annoying when I first got into this game. I just kind of learned like, yeah, you need, it's like your DPS check. It's just, problem with this DPS check is we're getting him so early. But I don't know, we actually got some decent DPS cards, so maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe removing that strike will help us be more consistent. Anyway, we are going to roll. We got a 2, so we're not getting any block, but he's not attacking us this turn anyway, so let's see what we can do. First, we are going to Warcry, because we got our double tap. If we can get our bash right now, that would be super great, because then we could add a lot of vulnerability. I can also set this up in a way where we can guarantee it with this. So we're going to do this right now. So we are going to, yeah, we are at 0 block, 8 health. We're going to draw 2 cards. 1, 2. We did not get our bash, but we are going to, for sure, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, not for sure, 3, 4, 5. Actually, no, for sure, because we actually have our battle stance in there too. So I'm going to put this double tap back on top. Like draw 2 cards, then put a card from your hand on top of your disc draw pile. I'm definitely going to get, most likely going to be able to combo that next turn. And then this turn, we are just going to Heavy Blade and Strike for 4 damage. So this guy starts at 17, and he's taking 4, so he is at 13 damage. So 13 damage. And that is all we are doing for this turn. So he gains Enraged for the rest of the combat. That means anytime I play a skill now, I'm going to be taking damage. So we're just going to avoid playing skills to the best of our ability. I don't think we have, actually, just realized that double tap is a skill, which I didn't really consider. And so is Battle Trance. But luckily, we do not have to play both of them this turn to make this work. We rolled a 2. So unfortunately, we do not get our free shield this turn. But we are going to double tap and bash. That is going to let us, I want to play this skill. So we're going to take a damage because he's enraged. Do I want to play this Battle Trance? I don't think I do. I kind of do want to quickly get to our heavy strike a little bit faster. Take advantage of all this that we're about to do. But I don't need to, I don't think. And if I draw it now, then I'm screwed. So yeah. We're not going to do it. All right, so basically we're going to attack twice. So we're going to do 8 damage. So 13 minus 8 is 5. Watch me do bad math now. So he's already down to 5 health, and he's got vulnerability on him twice because we attacked him twice. So that's a pretty good turn, but he is going to smack us back for 3. So, and then he's going to strengthen himself. So we are down to 6, 5, 4 health. All right, so next turn, 1, 2, and he's just going to get stronger and stronger every turn. We got to shuffle or discard. All right, 1, 2, 3. So if we can get one of our big cards, we are good. This is kind of the worst hand we could have because we only have 1 strike. So yeah, we are going to Battle Trance and take a damage, fortunately. 1, 2, 3. All right, so we did not get any of our good cards. Yeah, this is just unfortunate. I think we're going to lose unless we use our health potion because he's going to be doing 4 damage to us. Did we roll this dice? We did not roll this dice. Let's roll this dice. Did not get our free block. We have 3 health, and this is so silly because he has 5 health and 2 vulnerability on him. Well, actually, no. He can kill him this turn. Never mind. Because if I strike, I don't know why I was so focused on the double tap. Actually, I mean, both, it's kind of the same thing, right? If I double tap a strike, yeah, but the skill is I take a damage, so I don't need the double tap actually. So if I strike, he takes 2, takes another 2, plus 1, that's 5. Okay, so he dies. Perfect. I kind of overthought that a little bit. Don't know why. So yeah, he takes 5 damage. Both the vulnerabilities come off, and he's dead. So that ended up actually going a little bit better than I thought. I'm going to take this moment on this elite kill to do the following. Say thank you to all my patrons. There we go. I've only got 2. I have an 8-bit fan, a 32-bit fan, Paul and Kumaguro. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it. If you want to be a supporter too, then you can do so. I have no 16-bit allies, so that could be you. I'm literally pointing at my screen right now. You can't see it because my camera is so close. I probably should move this camera back so you can see a little bit of the table too, but I don't know. I gotta work on that. Right now you're stuck looking at my face until I fix it. But yeah, thank you for your support. I appreciate it. It really means more than you could possibly know. I mean, I guess you do know, but it does mean a lot. Anyway, we're gonna get 2 coins. We are going to get a treasure and a card upgrade. And we can do this in any order. I guess let's get the treasure. I think we just draw 1, right? It's been a while. Let me look that up. Also don't know why I'm calling it a treasure. It's not a treasure, it is just a relic. So we're gonna grab, these go away. I should probably do this more accurately. These go here. These potions go away here. So let's see what this relic does. Mutagen. Start of combat. Oh, this is perfect. This is like a perfectly synergistic thing for me. So start of combat, I get a strength, then I lose the strength at the end of the turn. Okay. We will keep this right here in our hearts. Probably gonna have to move this gold here for now. And just realized I'm probably gonna need more room for this setup. Anyway, we are now going to move, let's see. So we have the question mark, and then we have a relic room right after. So we're gonna get another relic. And I think that one is that one also? Actually, hold on. All right, let me double check things. My brain is mixing things up with the actual game. You don't ever draw 3 for the relics, you just draw 1 in this. But we also forgot that we get a skill as well. So let's do that and see if we get something worthwhile. Put the elite there. 1, 2. We're going to try to be a little bit picky now since we kind of have some good cards. You don't want to be played if every card in your hand is an attack. And we get 3, or it upgrades to 4. Wild Strike. This is actually pretty good. 3, and we can give them confused. Or do we confuse ourselves? I guess we confuse ourselves, right? Or clash. Wait, no. Or cleave. We're back to having the option of having a cleave. Cleave is going to be pretty good for once we start getting strength. I don't remember what kind of AoE stuff we have, but we could also just kill things with big hits. But I don't know. We also have the double tap, so this could scale pretty well too. I think we're going to take the cleave, and I think then we have all of the things that we want for ourselves until we start getting skills or powers, I think. I don't want to get my deck too large. Now we are going to move up and do this random event. Hopefully it's something good and not bad. But we also forgot to get our health. So we're at 4 health too. There we go. All right, let's look at this now. Wing statue. Pray. Remove a card. Lose 2 HP. Or gather gold. Whew. I think I'm going to remove a card. This more consistency with our deck is going to be good. And I think I'm going to use our heal potion right away. So we'll get rid of our heal potion. I don't know if I need to do this yet. And maybe I can hold off and see what happens in our next fight. We'll take the 2 damage. We're going to remove a card. And we are simply going to remove another strike. Because again, we have a lot of attack cards that we've picked up yet, and not really any defense. I would like to upgrade a couple defense cards, but yeah, so that is our event. And then now we get another relic. We're going to go here. And then we have to decide which path we want to go down. Probably going to go down the middle path so that we can fight the elites like after we get another upgrade, or maybe we can even rest if we need to. I forget what you get resting in this. It's just 3 HP, right? Or we can upgrade, yeah. All right, so yeah, let's get a relic. Let's see what we get. The Courier, once per combat, we can look at the top card of the potion or the relic deck and we can buy it or we can discard it. Okay, well, not as synergistic, but it does mean that we can try and get potions for when we get really stuck. So that's good. Now we're gonna go towards this middle path here, and we're gonna get our random encounter. I have to shuffle my Warcry in before I forget. And our random encounter is Occultist. And did I forget to summon? No, okay, the other one did not summon. All right, so I have to summon a green louse. forget how this works. Is it in this deck? So we go through and we look for, there's a green louse here. There's only one in this whole deck. Looks like I did not reorganize. Okay, there's another one. Okay. So there's two. Evens, odds. Evens is this one. So now we have another one of these guys. This guy only has 3 health. So that's pretty good. We could actually one-shot him if we get the right cards. And this other guy has 9. All right, so this is what we are up against. Let's start our battle. So do another quick shuffle. At the start of combat, we get a strength token. And then we're gonna roll this dice, see what they do. 5, so we are getting 1 block, which is good for us. We're at 2 health. And then they are gonna be doing 3 damage to us total. So let's see what cards we draw before I make any decisions. Because I might need to use the healing potion, I might not. It would appear that I do not need to use the healing potion because I can simply heavy blade. I can heavy blade the green louse to just not take any damage. Then unfortunately, actually, you know what? I could cleave and double tap it. Problem with that, actually, hold on, let me think about this. If I strike the green louse, it'll take 1 damage and then get 2 shields. And if I double tap, oh yeah, and then I forgot, I have strengthened, so this will actually do 2 damage. Yeah, so this is the right play, I think. Actually, no, wait, what am I talking about? I have the heavy blade in my hand too, so this, okay, this could be sick. I could double tap this and just kill the cultist. 1 below, but if I do that, I'm taking damage. That's the issue here. All right, so I think I'm gonna do the cleave play instead because these are all 1. So what we're gonna do, we are going to strike the green louse and it's gonna take 2 damage. And then it's gonna take 2 damage because I have the strengthened for the turn. I probably should put that on my character so I don't forget. And it's down to 1 health. Then I'm going to double tap cleave, and the cleave is also strengthened. So this is going to do 3 damage to everything. So this guy is going to go down to 6, and the green louse is just going to die from the first hit because he has 2 block and then 1 more from the cleave, so he dies. And then we'll do another 3 because we're double tapping and we're going to play it twice. So this is going to go down to 3, 5, 4, 3. And I have 1 block. So when he attacks, we'll give him my strength because we're losing our strength this turn. So when he attacks me, I take 1 damage, 1 block. Perfect. And that is our turn. We're going to draw 5 more cards. Let's see if we get a block. We do get another block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. We have our bash, which is all we need because it's upgraded. So we're just going to bash him and all today. All right. So we are going to get, these guys don't have rewards. So we'll just put it back on top. We're going to get a coin and a card upgrade. It'd be nice if we can get our golden ticket, but I don't think we're going to. Okay. All right. Now I have some real decisions to make. I can do Carnage, which is an attack that is ethereal, which means if I don't use it, I lose it kind of thing. I can gain Seeing Red, which is going to give me more energy to use and can be upgraded, but it exhausts once. I can get a Flex, and that will help me gain a Strength, and then I lose it. And I don't remember what the upgrade does. I don't lose this part. It doesn't exhaust anymore. Okay. I think I'm going to take the Flex. I kind of want the Seeing Red, but I don't really know how to leverage it right now. So we're not going to take the Seeing Red, but we did say if we saw another Flex, we'll take it. So that's what we're doing. And maybe we can put that to good use. The card feels like it's getting really big again. All right. So we have 2 choices, and really so we heal 1 because we heal at the end of battle. We still have our healing potion. We didn't use it yet. We can decide to use it if things are not looking good. We are going to do another event right now. Whoops, hit everything, my head. So our events are right here. Ancient Temple. All right, we can go inside and we can gain a relic and lose an HP. Lose 1 additional HP per player who chose this option before you, or we can do nothing. All right, so we're just gonna go inside and gain a relic. We'll lose our HP we just got. There are no other players, so I do not have to worry about them doing anything. So we got our happy flower, which is good. This is going to trigger on 3s and 4s. So right now 4s are really good for us. So 4s are really good for us. We'll put this right here. Perfect. Now, what are we going to do? So now we have a campfire. I have to decide what I want to upgrade. I'm going to go to the campfire. I could heal 3, or I could upgrade. I'm going to use this as a chance to upgrade. I'm either going to upgrade the cleave, the double tap. I think I need to upgrade the heavy blade first. The reason being is now that I start every turn with a strength, it means that if I ever draw this first, I can take advantage of it. But yeah, that's what we're going to do. And then I also have strength in the deck too. So we're going to upgrade our heavy blade. Now I get 5 for every strength. And who knows, maybe I can get both triggering at the same time and we can do a big turn damage. I kind of wish I got the health, but we have the 2 health potion. We're going to fight this elite and see how things go. So we are going to move forward and we are going to reveal a new elite. The cultist goes away and we got this guy who weakens us, but we don't like being weakened. Then he gets stronger. So this is probably not good. Maybe I gambled too hard. Maybe I should have done the event instead. Since we got so many relics, we will find out. Probably going to have to use our heal for sure, but I don't know. We'll see how this goes. Maybe I just draw everything I need and we can get through this before he can hurt me too badly. All right, let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Be nice if I roll a 4. I rolled a 3. 3 is not horrible now because we get an extra energy. So we're at 4 energy. At least we can do stuff. I did not get the block though, but he's not hurting us this turn. So that's, you know, that's okay. We do get a strength for the turn. So we'll have to keep that in the back of our mind. Let's see what we drew. We have our flex. All right, so this is not the greatest turn for us, but it's something. So we're gonna flex. Do I want to get a potion? See if we can like take advantage of this even more by drawing cards. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna gamble. I'm gonna use my courier once per combat. Look at the top card of the potion deck. See what it is. Put a card from your discard pile into your hand. It costs your energy this turn. I gotta check something real quick. All right, so this could be worth it. I am gonna buy this potion. We can hold 3 potions, I think, currently. We're gonna spend 3 gold to get this, and we're gonna do the following. We're gonna play the flex, and we're gonna have an extra strength. So we have 2 strength right now for this turn. We are then going to, so flex gets exhausted. Perfect. Then we are going to spend 1 energy to cleave, and we're gonna do 4 damage. I mean, I'm just gonna calculate it all right now, and then I'll subtract it. This is gonna go into the discard. Then we are going to do another 5, 6, 7 damage with this. And then we're going to use this potion that we just got to pull out the cleave. Put a card from your discard pile into our hand. It costs 0 energy this turn. Basically, we're going to cast cleave twice is basically what's happening. Maybe holding on to this for a bigger hitting card would be better, like the bash. Actually, yeah. Well, the problem with doing it with the bash is I can only then use it on a happy flower turn to take maximum effect of it, like to do the vulnerability and then bash again. Actually, you know what? I think I realized I've been playing bash wrong because I should be using up the vulnerability. Yeah, I think I messed that up earlier. I'm not 100% sure, but I might have messed it up before. I'll play it right moving forward. Yeah, so I think we're going to do it with this. So it's going to be 4, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage on this first turn. Hopefully, it's going to be enough with our other cards. And then we have 2 defends, but he's not attacking us. But these 2 weakens are going to be a pain in the butt. I have 1 weaken there and 1 weaken there. We are going to lose our strengthen, and that is it for our turn. We do have the heal 2 HP. We'll decide if we want to use that once we see what we get in our hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, we might need to because we're probably going to die if we don't use it. But let's roll first and see what we get. We got a 4, so this is the best of both worlds. We get a block, we get an extra energy. We have 2 weaken. We are going to Warcry, because we have it in our hand. We're going to draw 2 cards. 2. And decide how we want to do this here. And I get 11 damage with 4 energy. Otherwise, I could put something back on top this turn. All right, if I double tap the bash, I'm going to do 4 damage. And then 8. Oh, that's it right there. I mean, I don't need to do anything else. We'll put a defend on. We'll put a strike on top. I think that's it, actually, right there. Because I forgot this is 4, not 2 anymore. So if I double tap the bash, I deal 4 damage, which brings us down to 7. And he gets vulnerability. But then the bash goes off again, and it's going to double the bash. And this is how I played it wrong. Before, I just did it twice, and vulnerability down twice. But really the way it works is the second one that goes off is going to do 8 damage. Actually, I'm weakened, though. Crap. All right, hold on. So the first... We can do something about that. You know what? We're going to keep this strike. We're going to put a defend on top. All right, let's see. Let me walk myself through this. I forgot I have 2 weakens. If I strike first, that gets rid of one of the weakens. This might not be enough now. If I strike first, it gets one of the weakens, 0. Then this turn, your next attack is played twice. Actually, I forgot how weakened works too. Hold on. All right, so let's do the math before I do this, because otherwise I'm going to be forced to probably put the heavy blade on top. You know what? We're putting the heavy blade on top no matter what. We're keeping this defend. We're putting the heavy blade on top. Then this next turn I'll have the heavy blade, and I can maybe do something with it. Because I'm getting 1 block, and I can heal for 2. So depending on how this works, I might be better off just defending. So let me do the math. Sorry. So this first one goes, it's weakened. Okay, so I do no damage. The second one goes, I'm going to do 3 damage, and it gets vulnerability. So instead of it was at 11, it would be at 8. Actually, no, okay. Again, I'm overthinking it. Then the next one goes off, and the weakened is not there anymore on the second copy of it. So then it would just be 8, and it dies. Okay, so all that extra thinking, and it worked out. Okay, perfect. Sometimes it helps to just walk through the steps. I think I played that correctly. I had 4 energy to do that. He's going to die, or he can attack me, which means we're keeping our healing potion. We're going to heal 1. We're going to heal 1, which puts us at 3 health. And then we are going to get 2 coins for that. So we get that back. And then what else do we get? We're going to get another relic. So we're getting the on 4. Okay, 4s are really good for us now, because now we get extra energy, we get block, and we also get to deal 4 damage now with the stone calendar. And then we also get an upgrade. Maybe we can get our golden ticket. No golden ticket. All right. Whirlwind, I don't think is right for us right now. Flame barrier, deal 1 damage to all enemies that intend to attack you for their next attack action. And perfected strike, 3 + 1 for each other card in your hand. So all these are not great. I don't mind the flame barrier, but what is the upgrade? I don't mind the flame barrier for the higher defense. That only works if I can pull the defense. And it could be a good card to just have, but I don't know what other defensive options we're going to get. I think I'm going to pass on all these for now. I'm probably going to regret not taking the flame barrier, because we don't really have a lot of ways to, which is kind of an issue, but that's what we're gonna do for now. We're gonna not take flame barrier. I just don't remember. I think like metallicize is in there, so that might be the one that I want to play instead, or get instead. But yeah, right now we're liking our deck somewhat. Now we're gonna go to a campfire, and I have to make the decision: do I want to heal, or do I want to risk not healing and get an upgrade, thinking long term? If I don't heal, what can I upgrade that is really good for us? So the heavy blade is already upgraded. The double tap would be good, because then it costs nothing. Flex would be good, because then I can keep the strength going. I think we're going to take the flex. and we're going to upgrade it. Now we don't lose this every battle. Probably actually not that great of an upgrade because we currently... Maybe the war cry is better. Let me double check the war cry. Sorry, didn't realize that was in this view. I just feel like I am really risking it. I mean, we're doing pretty good on relics. I could just take the health and play it safe. Draw 4 cards. I think we're actually going to take the battle trance. We're going to upgrade the battle trance first. Then the flex being upgraded is more valuable later because then we can actually see it more. Maybe when we call a few more cards, so we'll downgrade the flex. We do need to get this double tap upgraded at some point too. Although, I'm changing my mind, I'm doing the double tap. The reason there is I often end up doing it, pairing this with a 2 attack. And if I don't get the extra mana on a roll, then it means I can throw out an extra defend or an extra card if I need to. And yeah, we'll just upgrade all this at some point. All right, so it is time to fight our boss, and it's gonna be this guy. All right, I feel like I have made a mistake by not healing, and I feel like I'm going to lose this run. I think I got a little bit too ambitious because 36 with... I mean, I guess the only thing that's working in my favor is I think the burns go into my discard. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I think I probably just got myself killed because I don't have a lot of defense. I think I might have needed that extra damage to really do 36 points of damage. Maybe I can draw a potion. Maybe I roll 4s and that gets me through it. I don't know. But yeah, I think I got a little bit too greedy. All right, let's see what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's roll. If we can roll a 4, that would be amazing right now. Roll a 2, which is not amazing at all. At the start of combat, we get a strengthen. All right, well, we are going to battle trance first. Get 3 cards. 2, 3. This is not a great start. We're going to war cry. Get this out of our deck. Draw 2. We're going to put 1 down. And I think the one we're going to put down on top is just going to be a defend. No, we need to keep 1 defend. Well, we have... All right, we're going to put a defend on top. All right. So we're definitely taking a point of damage. We're going to look at the top potion and see if we want to buy it. You can't lose more than 1 HP this round. Sure, let's buy it. Well, actually, I don't have enough gold to buy it, unfortunately, so never mind. Costs 4 gold. That would have been a great potion. So we use this. We use this. Let's see what we can do with our hand. So we are going to flex to get ourselves another strengthen. So we are at 2 strengthen. We are simply going to... for 4. We are going to defend, and then we are going to double tap for free. Oh wait, we also only have 3 energy. This is the exact situation we were talking about. All right, we're not going to defend. We're going to double tap and then bash. All right, so we do 4 points of damage first because we have 2 strengthen from the cleave. 5, 4, 3, 2. Then we are going to bash for 6. Puts us at 26. And then we're going to bash again for 12 because we're applying a vulnerability. We're going to use up the first vulnerability. So that puts him at 14 damage. So, I mean, it's still a pretty good first turn. Is that right even? That doesn't seem right. Hold on. Total damage is plus 6, is 10, plus another 12 is 22. 22 minus 36 is 14, right? Yeah, okay, so that is right. I did 22 points of damage, which is good, but I don't think it's going to be enough to not die, which is really our problem. We really need to roll a 4 on our next dice, or else it is all for naught. All right, so he attacks us for 1. We're going to get a burn. Once we start getting these burns, then it's really over, and that is his turn. He still has a vulnerable on him, so that's like really our only hope here, but we don't have any way of getting any more strengthens in our hand. So Let's see what we can do. We have our heavy blade, which we can do 6 damage. Oh, we need to roll. We need to roll 4. Give us a 4. 3. A 3 is not bad because we get an extra energy, but it's not a 4. We could do 6 points of damage with this. And then I think we double defend this round and hope that we can get a double tap bash on our next turn. We might survive if we do that. We're going to have 2 block, which means we're going to take 4 damage. We're going to take 4 damage minus 2. So we're going to use our heal potion now. Thought we could sneak out without needing to use it, but that's not going to happen. So we're up to 4 health. And yeah, so we're doing 6 damage with the heavy blade. 0, so 14 minus 6 is 8. Yeah, so if we can double tap bash him, we can win on the next turn. But I don't think we're gonna get what we need. We might get what we need. And then we're gonna take 2 damage, and then we get another burn. So if we draw our 2 burns, we lose. Luckily, he's not damaging. He's not attacking us next turn, so we might have a shot if we just don't draw all of our burns. Really what it comes down to. We need our double tap, and we need to not draw 2 burns. So let's see what we get. And actually, and if we get just the bash and we roll a 4, that also gets us there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see if we drew our burns. Double tap. Okay, we have a shot here. Let's see. If we could roll a 4 right now, then we kill him. So let's roll a 4. That just solves all of our problems. We rolled a 2. 2 is horrible. All right. 2 does nothing for us. Okay. We have our double tap. We have our cleave for 4. We can do 5 damage right now with what we have here. We're going to battle trance, and we are going to hope that this does not kill us. 1 point of damage. Take 1 more point of damage, and this goes away, right? Well, actually, we don't take a point of damage yet. End of turn, we take 1 damage if this is in our hand. Okay. And then we got our heavy blade. Is that enough? That could be enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we played our battle trance. All right, so we have our double tap, our heavy blade, which if we play it with the double tap, we'll do 6 damage. And then we have our cleave, which does another 2, and that gets us to 8. And that's 3 energy, so we have the energy to do it. But we do not die. We make it through this elite with 1 HP. I'm very happy that I decided to go with the double tap route. That just pushed us ahead. I mean, I'm glad that I decided to upgrade it. If I didn't upgrade that double tap, we would have definitely lost. Had we rolled a 4, maybe it would have been different. But all right, so he dies. So we're going to get 3 gold. 1, 2, 3. We're going to get one of these. Now, is this the one that maybe we draw it differently? I don't remember. Yeah, so this is the one that I keep mixing up. All right, so switch to this. We're going to draw 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. When playing slowly, you get 3 of these. So this is what I was remembering from last time. All right. Black Blood. End of combat. Heal 2 HP. That's really good for our situation. Your 0 cost attacks deal +1 damage on each sword. This is not really good for us. More Calling Bell. We can gain 3 relics and gain a curse. I feel like we're going to take Black Blood. I don't remember. I feel like in the actual game, Black Blood replaces. Oh yeah, we heal 1 at the end of combat, but it doesn't matter because I think we heal up the full at the end of the act. But I feel like Black Blood replaces the other one, but I got to look that up now. So a quick internet search tells me that Black Blood does not replace the Ironclad's thing. So I think we're going to take Black Blood for now, since even though we have a lot of attack, we don't have a lot of defense, and this was very rough with our HP. So we'll take that, and we will hope that things work out in our favor and that was a good thing. I wouldn't have minded taking 3 relics, but it is what it is. That is the end of Act 1. Oh no, we also get a rare card upgrade too. Forgot about that. So let's see if we can get something that synergizes with everything. All right, Bludgeon we don't want. Impervious might be worth it. Fiend Fire, so none of these are what we want. What does this upgrade to? Is it just more shield? And having a way to shield on big attacks might not be the worst thing. Exhaust your hand, deal 1 damage for each other card. This is good if we want to like get rid of like burns and curses and confused. What's the other side do? Exhaust your hand. Or like for instance, if we played early, we can cycle back through or double tap combo. But I think I'm gonna take the impervious, and then we'll get rid of defend or 2. This will be a good option to have just for when we need it. It does exhaust, so that's good too. Not really what I want, to be honest, but it's what's the game's giving me. I kind of want to take nothing, but maybe that's a mistake. We shall see. All right, so that is the end of Act 1. I am going to pause it now, and I will set up for the next game or for the next act. So next time you see this table, it will be a jump cut to Act 2. All right, so I will see you in a bit. And we are back with Act 2. Different day, different outfit, but same game. So let us continue where we left off. Switch over to what we got going on here. All right, so this is our Act 2 map. We have chosen, I forget this character's name, this boss's name, the champ. I remember now. I feel like I fought the champ last time, but I can't remember. I think the first time I played solo and recorded it was the slime boss and maybe the champ, so I'm not sure, but either way, I rolled the dice, I got a 5. We chose the champ, that's who we're playing against. We reshuffled our normal ability deck. The rare deck does not get shuffled. We've removed all the Act 1 cards, replaced them with all the Act 2 cards, and we're continuing where we left off. Seem to have a little bit more light glare today. Let's see if this fixes this. Probably not, but yeah, one day I will solve the light glare issue, but I guess not today. Anyway, looking at this map, I'm probably going to end up going up the middle. There's 2 paths that are calling out to me right now. Either this path to get an extra merchant, so I can get a card removal, or this path to get an extra upgrade with the campfire. This has 2 events in it though, so I might go up the event track instead of the merchant track. I do want this removal, but I think an upgrade might be better. Actually, let me double check my deck real quick, because forget what's the next card I'm going to want to upgrade. Probably the Flex, maybe the Cleave. But yeah, we have a burn in there still from our last fight. Maybe the Battle Trance, draw more cards. But yeah, I think we're going to go up and we're going to do the upgrade instead of the card removal. I do want to remove a card. Maybe we will get some card removal from one of the events. We shall see. So first things first, before we can do anything, we have to survive our first encounter. So let's see what we have. All right, we have a snake plant. Let's zoom up there. Our snake plant, I guess we'll use green since it's a plant, is starting with 17 health. Not sure why it has more. Oh, okay, never mind. It makes sense why it has more health. All right, yeah, so 17 health is our snake plant. And I guess we'll just get started. So we are going to we're going to do another quick shuffle. Draw our 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's roll our dice. See what this guy's doing and what powers we get. A 2. A 2 does nothing for us. We do at the start of combat gain a strengthen. That means they are going to be attacking us for 3 and then 2. So let's see what we can do about that. We do have our impervious, so we can just use that now and maybe get set up for something later, because our starting hand is not that great. There we go. Forgot to check one of my cameras. Our starting hand is not that great. We have a strike, defend, and a defend. I mean, we could try to take advantage of the strengthen we have and do the cleave and then do the strike for an extra 2 damage, but I think we're just going to cleave, use the impervious, and we'll see what kind of turn we have next, because we're not being weakened, so we're kind of in the same state we were. But we will exhaust this impervious and give ourselves six shields, and then we will do 2 damage with the cleave, dropping the plant down to 15 health. And then it's going to attack us twice, once for 1, 2, 3, and once for 1, 2, leaving us with 1 block, which resets, and we move on to a new turn. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One bad habit I have is I almost always want to shuffle my draw deck when I pick it up. I don't know why I do that. Probably should stop picking it up, but a 4. Okay, 4 is our sweet spot. On a 4, we get... Do I have a better angle of this? I do. On a 4, we deal 4 damage. So this guy's going to drop down to 11. We get an extra energy. We get 1 block. 4s are what we want. We do lose our strengthen though. And actually, I forgot, I did have a strengthen, so we did 3 damage on that first turn. So 3 damage, and then, 3 damage, and then 4 damage, which is 7 damage, because I used the cleave, which is +2, had the strengthen. Probably should put the strengthen down here to remind myself, but we have a double tap in our hand, we have a battle trance in our hand, so we are going to... You know what? I hope I didn't cheat before. I don't think I've ever done this out of order, but I do have to remember that if I play my battle trance first... Funny how like a different day makes you realize how card interactions work, and I don't know if I cheated in Act 1, so probably if I have, someone's already commented, but if I battle trance, I have to remember I can't war cry after, and I don't know if I ever did that. I might have done that actually, which would make my very close win feel sad if I did that, but I don't actually remember if I did. I have to remember that I never use my war cry after my battle trance, so it means I am going to use my war cry first, draw 2 cards, we get our flex, and we get our heavy blade, which is pretty much everything that we need. So we're just going to put down a defend into the top of the deck, and then I think we have everything that we need to win. So we're going to flex, we're going to get a strengthen. I'll put my strengthen here to remind myself, and then I'm simply just going to double tap heavy strike. My heavy strike gets 8 damage because it's 3 + 5 instead of +1, so this is going to be 8 twice, which is going to be 16 damage, and that's going to be enough to annihilate this plant in 1 hit. I could have also striked as well for another 2 damage. So good start to the day, which means we are going to get 1 gold. Then we are going to get a skill upgrade. So we shuffled this pile, so we might re-see skills we've already seen before. Pommel strike, shockwave, and flex. Interesting. Do I want to double flex? I'm not sure. Pommel strikes are interesting because we get to draw after, but with that battle, oh, this is actually even better when you upgrade it. Do 2 damage, draw 2 cards. But since I have the battle trance, I could potentially make that like less worth it. Shockwave would be nice to have, just to get the extra vulnerability and weakness on everything. But my heart is telling me I should maybe get this flex. We have a lot of cards that can take advantage of the strength. We don't have any powers that give us strength. But part of me thinks that we might end up with turns where we draw 5 and we end up with 2 flexes, but we're going to take it anyway. I might regret it later. We do have ways to draw cards right now. Maybe later on we'll be able to remove some more strikes to make that feel less bad. And then, yeah, so that is that. I feel like I probably should not have taken that strike, but it is what it is. I'm going to now do an event. Oh, we're back to this angle. Knowing Skull. Choose one of 2 options. Pick me up. Gain a potion, lose 1 HP. Riches. I think I don't have any potions right now. I can choose 2 options. So yeah, we're going to lose 2 HP since we heal a lot of HP. And we're going to gain a potion, and we're going to gain gold. We lose 2 HP. We're going to get a potion. We got a fire potion, which deals 4 damage, which, you know, kind of goes with what we're doing. And then 3 golds. So we're going to give ourselves a 5, and we're going to return 2 to the bank. We are at... You know what? I'll give myself another 5. We're at 10 golds right now. Our next thing that we are going to do is going to be a campfire, where we can start upgrading some stuff. Now that I have 2 flexes, I think maybe upgrading the flex is not the play. I think it's time to upgrade either the battle trance or the war cry. I forget which one does what. Yes, 3 cards. Yeah, I think we're just going to upgrade the battle trance because this does not discard, or this does not exhaust, which means we can get more value out of it. Then we draw 4 cards, which will help us, get through our deck a little bit faster and cycle it. And then we are just going to simply move on to another event. We are zooming through this act so far. Let's see if it slows down on us and see what this is. Augmenter. We can upgrade a card, lose an HP. Transform 2 cards, lose 2 HP. Probably upgrade a card. I don't know what I would want. Like, I know what cards I'd want to transfer. I just don't know what cards I'd want to get from the deck. I mean, there's probably good cards in there, but I think I'm just going to upgrade to lose 1 HP. That puts us down to 7 HP, and I think I'm going to... We haven't upgraded any defense, but we kind of did with this Impervious. What's the upgraded side on Impervious? Is it just more defense? Yeah, 8. It'd be nice if that cost went down. Guess we'll do the Warcry next. And actually, we're going to do the Cleave. Or only AoE. And for some reason, it always seems like it comes into play in like a clutch position. So I don't know. We upgraded our Cleave. So we're not going to really get any card removal unless we get an event that lets us remove cards, which I would not mind doing. But so far, no removal through our events. We'll probably get one more event. Hopefully this next battle is an easy one, because we're probably going to go after 2 elites. But we shall see what happens with these battles first. So we are doing a fight now. And our fight is going to be with a shelled parasite. 18 health. So they are right off the bat going to be attacking us for 4 and dealing 2 damage. So not great for us because we don't get a lot of defense. And we're already down 3 health because of all the events. We're going to heal 3 at the end of this. So if we can roll a 4, I say it every time, but if we can roll a 4, that'd be really great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to roll the 3, which gets us 1 extra energy. So not the end of the world, but not exactly what we want. All right, so let's see what we have in our hands. So we have our double tap. We start with 1 strength. Gotta remember that because of our mutagen. We got 2 flexes, but see, this is like that nightmare scenario. This is like where we lose. All right, so we are going to look at the potion deck and see if maybe we can get something that draws cards. Okay, wow. Okay, look at that. Draw 3 cards, immediately play them in any order for 0 energy. So we are going to buy this and use it immediately, because this hand is stupid. Yeah, double tap, 2 flexes, 2 defends. We have 4 energy, so hopefully, so we got to spend 3 gold for that. Where did I put all that money? And then now we draw 3 cards. All right, so we got our bash, defend, and a strike. Okay, so this is looking better for us because we can do the following. We can flex. Wait, yeah, these are exhaust. Yeah, okay. So double flex means we are now currently at +3 strength. We can double tap, do a bash. So that's going to be 7 damage for the first hit. So it goes from 18 to 11. 18 to 11. Get to vulnerability. We do bash again. That 7's going to be 14 damage. And we kill him in 1 shot. So that is a great combo of cards. But that is only because I have the courier. Where is it? There we go. And let us look at the top of the potion deck and let us buy it or discard it. Had we not had the gold or gotten really lucky on that draw, that would have went way worse for us. Luckily, as a reward, we get a potion. All right, so let's do it this way, I guess. We're gonna get a potion as a reward. So we get another good potion for us, gain strength and lose it. So we can time that when we need to. And I think we can hold 3 potions right now. I think one of the Ascension levels makes it so we can only hold 2. I have to kind of remember that in the back of my mind, but I think we can hold 3. And then I do kind of wish these pads had like a spot for potions and relics, because this could be for potions and relics, but I tend to want to put powers here, but I don't have any powers, so maybe I should just be putting them all in here. But yeah, that's kind of weird. All right, I mean, I guess since I permanently, yeah, we're going to leave everything where it is right now. And then I get a card upgrade. Draw 3, 1, 2, 3. No golden ticket. All right, it's clothesline. 3 and a weakness. What does that upgrade to? 4 and a weakness. Okay. Anger. 1. Put this card on top of your draw pile, so we always have free damage, but at the expense of a card draw or carnage. A ethereal. I don't know why I can always say this. Ethereal. Nothing sounds right in my head. Ethereal. There we go. I feel like I did this last time too. All these cards would be good. Carnage would probably be really good to have, but this is only really good, in my opinion, if we can... These 2 cards are only really good if we can remove cards from our deck, and we have not got a lot of card removals, so I'm not going to take any of these. I might regret it later, but we shall see. All right, we are now going to move on to a boss. So these have all been shuffled. Let's see what we got. The Gremlin leader. So we got to get gremlins, okay? The gremlins in this pile? Or are they from... I must have shuffled this last... Yeah, I did shuffle this. Okay, so the gremlins are... Wait, how come they're not in this pile? 2 gremlins per player. Anyway, while I try to figure this out, if you want to support me, feel free to like and subscribe. Trying to get to 300 subscribers by the end of the year. I do have a Patreon, which I'll talk about in a little bit. But hold on, maybe the gremlins are in the Act 1 deck? Yeah, the rulebook might have mentioned that the gremlins are from the Act 1 deck, and I just forgot about that. So these are all gremlins. We are going to shuffle them. And we are going to grab 2 gremlins. We will put these over here. This is what we are up against. All right, so if I get my AoE, that solves a lot of this, which would be great. This guy is starting with 35 health. And we'll just track these little guys with cube. They don't have that much health. We are going to shuffle our deck. Give it a good shuffle since I got the back-to-back strengthening cards. I forget what they're called. What are they called? Sorry. It'd bother me not knowing the name. Flexes. Okay. We got the back-to-back flexes. You know what? I'm just going to do a pile shuffle real quick. Gotta spread this out because when I looked at it, both the flexes were next to each other again, which, again, if that's how they're randomly being shuffled, that's fine. But sometimes, like, even though I give things a quick ruffle shuffle, pile shuffle, whatever this shuffle's called, does not always feel like it shuffles. All right, so 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then let's roll this dice. If we can get a 4, that would be great. Wow, okay, we got a 4. Probably should put like a dice tower in front so you can see that I'm actually rolling these things, but yeah. All right, so we're gonna do 4 damage to something. I think it's probably a good idea to just kill this gremlin wizard right away. I mean, he doesn't do anything on the first turn. It is like probably a good thing to do. We'll just kill him right away. He's going to come back in a bit anyway. No, actually, I probably should look at my cards first. Yeah, actually, I have the cleave in my hand, so no, we're not going to do that. We are simply going to do 4 damage to the boss. It makes sense to look at your deck first because things matter. I'm starting with a strengthen, and All right, we have a pretty good hand for this first. Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, I heal back up to 10 too. After that last battle, I was at 7 health. Probably do this so you can see it. That's 7 health. I'm now up to 10 health. Maybe I could zoom this back out later so you can see that last health on the end. But yeah, I get 1 from this, and then I get 2 from the black blood. The black blood does not replace the Ironclad in this like it does in the PC version. So anyway, all right, so I have a flex. We're going to use the flex right away. The flex is going to give us another strengthen, and we are going to start off with a cleave, and the cleave is 5 damage to everything. So the sneaky gremlin's going to die, gremlin wizard's going to die, and then this gremlin leader is going to go down from 31 to 26. Then I'm going to double tap. So that's 1 energy. We're going to double tap our bash. So our first bash does 7 damage, or 6 damage, because it's 4 plus 2 strengthen. So it puts him down to 20. And then the second bash does 12 damage because there is a vulnerability on it. It uses the vulnerability, it puts back the vulnerability. So it's going to do 12 damage. So 20 minus 12 is 8. And then we have 1 defend in our hand. So we will give ourselves another block because we rolled a 4. We got the block. So we did the 4 damage. You know, I probably could have killed him in 1 turn too. I gave myself the strengthen, but I don't think we need to kill him in 1 turn. So we're not gonna kill him in 1 turn. I do have to look up one thing though. 1 second. All right, I had to double check something. Also, I don't know if it's come up, but the setup is actually supposed to be like this. I don't know if I did it wrong last time I played. I don't know if it's actually mattered at all. I feel like it probably hasn't, but the elite and the bosses kind of go on the right here. Like, it might not have mattered, might have mattered. If it has mattered, then I cheated, but I did not mean to. Okay. All right, so he is going to... I could probably kill him, but I think I'm going to hold on to those potions because we had a really strong first turn. I should be able to kill him in a turn or 2. Hopefully I don't regret it. We always can still use the fire potion and the flex potion next turn if we really need it. But he's going to attack me for 3. I block 2, so I take a damage. And then he's giving a shield to himself, which is the part I don't love. And then he's also strengthening himself, which means this next damage next turn is going to be 6 to me. But hopefully we draw the cards we need to deal with it. We shall see. We are going to remove our strengthen. He keeps his strengthen. And we start a new turn. So we're going to draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We roll another 4 again. That would be super. Roll the 5, which is still pretty good because we're going to get a block. A 4 probably would have been better. A 4 is always going to be better. Or 3, so I get the extra energy. But let's see. Okay, I have a flex in my hand. All right, so I'm going to use my war cry first. Draw 2 cards. And I drew defend in my battle trance. I'm going to use my battle trance next. I'm going to draw 4 more cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Should guarantee that I kill him this turn because I believe... Oh, I didn't actually... Yeah, so I have my heavy blade and a flex. So that's really all I'm going to need. And then I just need a strike, I think. I'm going to cast flex, give myself back a strength. I'm going to cast heavy blade, which is going to do 3 plus 5 damage to him, which is going to do 8 damage. Actually, he has a vulnerability on him still too, so he just takes the double damage and he dies. Yep, so that's it. Easy peasy there. But one of these days, I'm going to have a really bad draw like that 1 turn with the 2 flexes, and it's going to kill me. So that's my fear right now. I don't have enough defense in this deck to like really survive really bad draws. So I need either better relics or some defense cards or something for what this deck's trying to do. Doing it pretty well. Again, let me know if I'm cheating. I don't think I am. Hopefully I'm not. All right, so we're going to get 2 gold from that. You know what? I probably should do this more frequently. I'm not going to do it, but I need to start remembering that I should be... All right, I'm going to do it. I had 7 coins. I have to remember to use this to look at the top relic to see if I want to buy it. Once per comment, draw 1 card for each card in your exhaust pile. This Dead Branch would be really good for me, but I did not have enough. Now I get a relic. Now I have 9 gold. Oddly smoothly stone. On 4s, I get 2 more shields, so this is the one that I get from the reward from this. So this works out. I would have been happy with either one of those though, because I do a lot of exhausting, which should help me draw. But I definitely think I like this one better. Now, if I can just, I'm gonna put this. Where do I want to put this? Probably should cascade these two like this. These are both happening on 4s. I guess I'll do it. I have the room right now. I'll do it like this. But when I need room, I'll put the 4s on top of each other. And then I get. Oh, is this an upgrade? Hold on. Reveal 3 card rewards, add 1 to your deck, and upgrade it. Did I get this earlier and didn't even realize it on previous Elite? I don't even know. Maybe I don't remember if I actually got this, but yeah. This is reveal 3 card rewards, add 1 to your deck, and then I get a free upgrade. Okay. I forgot that this was even a thing. So disarm, true grit, or wild strike. Well, let's see what true grit. I like true grit in the actual game because it lets you exhaust things like strike. Exhaust a card in your hand. You might take true grit, but we're not going to take wild strike. I don't know what the upgraded disarm is. It's 3 weaknesses, exhaust. Yeah, I think we're going to take true grit. Kind of like a defend upgrade, but it also lets us then like slowly remove cards, exhaust the card in your hand. Don't really know how well it's going to play, but we're gonna hope that was a good upgrade. So between that and the relic, we have sometimes more defensive options, so that's gonna be good. We'll get rid of this guy. And then we're gonna move on to, what are we moving on to? We are moving on to an event, and we heal back up to full. Well, and these gremlins have to go back. I have to remember to put them back in the right deck. So note to self, don't put back the Act 1 summons event. All right, roll the die. Each player rolls separately. Okay, we don't want a 2. We want a 3. We want a 3, a 4, or a 5. We don't really want a 1, 2, or 6. We're gonna roll. We're gonna do it on camera. We got a 5. 5 is perfect. We're gonna gain 4 gold. Means that we just have to remember, if we're doing well in a fight and we're not going to buy a potion, to look at the relic deck and maybe purchase something. The only thing we have to remember to do, and because my memory might not be great there, nothing really changes. I might retroactively do it, but yeah. So now we are simply going to go to the next elite. What is this one? We have the Taskmaster, who summons a blue and a red slaver. I think these guys are all over the place. So a red slaver, blue slaver, blue, 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 red, red, red. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, there we go. Okay. All right, so we'll shuffle these guys. One of you. We'll shuffle you guys. The rest on top. Okay, so we can get our cleave early. That'd be great. Early cleave. If we roll a 4, early cleaves and rolling 4s. Guess we're doing it this way, and then we're gonna break out this guy. I probably should do it like this, right? Red slaver. Why I'm spending the time to do this, I don't know, but we have red for red, and we got the blue slaver, and then this guy's 15. All right, we do got to do another shuffle at that point where, like, I feel like we want to do pile shuffles real quick. The last hand was really good. Don't know if we're gonna get a really. This deck's feeling too big now. It's just the thing that I don't like. But a lot of cards are upgraded, so I guess that's pretty good. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But getting rid of removing some strikes and maybe 1 defend would be perfect. All right, let's see what we got. We got our double tap. We got our cleave. Got a bash. And we got a true grit in our hand. So it's not a bad first hand. Let's see what we roll. And we roll a 1. A 1 does nothing for us, I don't think. All right, so we're not starting with anything in our hand or any bonuses. If we double tap our cleave, everything will take 8 damage. But it does mean that we're going to be taking a lot of damage. And we have our bash, though. You could double I'm not sure what's the better play here. I think the better play is to do the cleave and then kill one of these guys. I could, if I use the flex potion, I kill both of these guys in one hit. I think that's probably what we're gonna do. Actually, okay, yeah, I feel like I should be saving this for the final boss though. How much damage am I gonna take? I'm gonna take 3 damage if I do it this way. Yeah, I think I have to think long term. I want to keep that strength potion. I could, if I use the strength potion, the flex potion, I would have 5. The cleave would kill both of these, and then I could just bash him, and he'd be pretty much almost dead. But I think what I'm going to do instead, I'm going to double tap the cleave. We're going to do 8 damage to this guy. We're going to do 8 damage to all of them. So 15 minus 8 is what, 7? Hopefully my math is correct there. He's going to have 2. He's going to have 2. All right, so that's 1 energy. And then I'm going to do a strike. And I think I'm going to kill the red slaver because he's going to give us a vulnerability, which is worse for us, probably. He's dead because it's going to be 2 damage because I have the strengthen, so that kills him. And then I think I'm going to use True Grit, and it's going to be weird, but I'm going to get rid of my bash. I'm going to exhaust it to give myself 2 defense. And that is going to be my turn, I think. So these are all going to go into my discard. I lose my strengthen. And then they're going to hit me for 1, 2, 3. So I take 1 point of damage, and I do get a weaken. But hopefully that was the right play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Roll our dice, see what we get first. Got another 1, so they're going to be doing the same thing. All right, going to be an interesting turn. I could either impervious and just defend this turn completely, or I can try to kill something with this heavy blade and do 1 defense. I'm probably going to do that. I think I am going to heavy blade the blue slaver because 3 minus 1 is going to be 2. And that's going to kill him. And then I'm just going to drop a defense. And these are going to go into my discard. Oops, I don't know what that was. I just dropped all my cards. Fix that. There we go. It does mean that this guy's going to hit us again. He's going to hit us for 2. We have 1 block. Probably should do it like this maybe. And move this up. So we have 1 block, so we're going to take 1 damage. Did I actually do that already? What happened to the first turn? I took 1 damage the first turn, and I'm taking 1 damage this turn, so I should be at 8. So I already moved it. Okay. These are going to go into my discard. He gives me a Confuse. Confuse goes on the top of my deck, top of my draw pile. I'm going to see that next, and then he gets a Strengthen, so he's going to be doing 3 damage to me next turn. Draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't know if this is going to play out the way that I hope, but I have a lot of card draw now coming, so... All right, we got a 5. 5's pretty good. I get 1 block this turn with a 5. That's all I get with 5, though. All right, so I have my Confuse. I have my Flex. I have 2 Flexes, a Strike, and a Defend. Not the greatest hand again. There's not really much to do here. I will double Flex. Did not get any of my card draw cards. I will double Flex and Strike once to drop him down to 4. And then I will defend, give myself a 2nd block. He's going to attack me for 3. So I'm taking 1 point of damage. I'm down to 7 damage, or 7 health. This is go away, unplayable. But yeah, this is going to go away. And then let me double check. I think, yeah, ethereal is if I don't play it, it goes away. All right. So he has 2 strength now. I will give him one of my strength tokens. My strength goes away. We are going to draw 1, 2, 3. I'm getting a lot of card draw this turn, so I should be able to kill him before he kills me. Oh, wait, I get another one of these though. He gives that to me every single turn, so draw. All right. So we have our Warcry and we have our Battle Currents. So we're going to Warcry first. We draw 2 cards. I have to put 1 back on the top of my deck. It doesn't matter what I do because I'm going to draw again. So I'm going to put a strike on the top of my deck. I'm going to then... So this exhausts. I'm going to cast my Battle Trance. Means I draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. One of those is the strike that I put down. Actually, did I roll this? I don't think I rolled this. A 5 again, so I'm getting one block again this turn. All right, so what do we have here? We have our Confuse. If I can't kill him, I have my Impervious to stop him, but I think I can kill him. So I have double tap and cleave, which is 6 damage, and he has 4 damage. So that's all I needed, and I have another strike and another strike for extra 2 damage. So he dies. We are at 7 health right now. We're gonna heal back up to 10, and I forgot to do it. I could have, before I did that attack, I could have used this power to look at the top relic. So let's do that. I have to always remember to do that. Golden Isle at the end of combat, gain 1 gold. This will eventually pay for itself, probably. So sure. I don't know if this is really worth buying. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, I don't know why I'm doing it this way. 1 for this. And then technically, since I would have bought that in this battle, we'll put this underneath the courier. I technically would get 1 coin back right now. End of battle, I get a coin. So it should pay for itself. This is going to go away. And then what does the Taskmaster give us? We're going to get 2 more coins. We're back to where we were gold-wise. We're going to get another relic. Peace Pipe. When you rest, you may also remove a card. Sure, we'll just take it because we don't really have a choice. All right, we're going to start putting some of these guys down here. And then we get another card upgrade thing. Let's do that. 1, 2, 3. We've not seen... Oh, another heavy blade. That might be worth it. Sentinel. Give 2 defense to any player if this card is exhausted. Gain 2 energy. Okay. So this is like an upgrade. So this is like... This card works really well with the other card that I have. But do I need it, is the question. Maybe we just take another heavy blade so we have more heavy blades. And since we can remove cards now, I can remove a strike. So I think we're going to take the other heavy blade. Hope that we can take advantage of it somehow. Oh, heavy blade. But we have not gotten any golden tickets yet. All right, so boss goes there. We now have a campfire phase where we can decide to upgrade a card or we can remove a card because we have the peace pipe, and we are certainly going to remove a card. And we are going to remove the next time we can remove, we will remove a defense. So now comes the fun part. We fight the champ. Let's get rid of these 2 guys. We'll put them back on. Here comes the champ. I don't know if he comes with it. I don't think he comes with a summon. We're going to be starting with a strengthen. All right, let's read the champ real quick. He hits us. Anger. When the champ reaches 0 HP, he immediately heals for 40 HP per player and enters Fury mode. Move the cube down to Fury mode. All right. Okay. Well, maybe we lose. I don't know. He hits for a whole lot, and he keeps his strengthen tokens. It seems like. Have to shuffle our deck again. We're going to do a pile shuffle. Do a 4 pile shuffle this time. Why not? Spread our cards out. We'll do one of these. A couple of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Be great if I roll a 4. Yeah. All right, buddy. You're taking 4 damage for free. We are getting 3 defense this turn. We are getting an extra energy. That's all we get for 4s. So we got our bash, we got our heavy blade, we got our double tap, and we got a flex. So this is going to be a pretty good first turn, I think. We're going to flex. I think we could maybe one-shot him to get him down to his fury mode before he gets that strengthen. Probably worth considering. We are going to use this fury potion. And I don't know, maybe it's worth trying to do it on a future in the next section, but we're gonna try it. I probably should calculate if I even need it, but yeah, we're gonna see. All right, we are going to bash first for 6. Actually, you know what? Let me math this out first. If I would have done it without it, it would have been 5 double tap, 16. No, 16. Plus 8, 24. Wait, hold on. You know what? We do not. I don't think we need to do this yet. I think we're gonna keep our flex potion. Let's try it without the flex potion first. Flex potion would definitely do it, but let's try it without the flex potion. We already did 4 damage. He's at 36. Let's put him back to 36. We are going to bash him for 5, not 6. Put him at 31. He gets a vulnerability. Then we're going to double tap Heavy Blade. The Heavy Blade is worth 8 right now. With the vulnerability, it's going to double. So we're going to do 16 damage. And then we're going to do it again for another 8. So 16 plus 8 is 24 damage. 24 minus 31 is 7. So we get him down to 7 on this first attack. The reason why we're doing it this way is because he doesn't strengthen himself until the next turn. So if we can do 7 damage on the next turn, then we save him getting strengthened. And we also have 3 defense this turn. So he's only hitting us for 4. So we're only going to take 1 point of damage. I think that is the way we're going to do this. Hopefully my math was correct there. Actually, no. We flexed this turn. So my math is even more off because we started with a strength. Okay, we got to undo all this again. All right, sorry. We forgot. What did we do? We do something. We start with a strengthen because of the mutagen. We flex to get a second strengthen. We did not even need a potion to do that. So our cards were as follows. We bashed. Well, first we got a 4, which did 4 damage. Then we bashed for 6 down to 30. Then we vulnerability. We double tapped a Heavy Blade. The Heavy Blade starts at 13 times 2 is 26 plus another Heavy Blade, which kills him in 1 shot. So he doesn't even hit us for this turn. He goes straight to Fury mode, removes all tokens, although that would have been removed anyway. These are going to go away. I don't know if he gets a turn though. I gotta look that up. I'm curious if he does this, like if he's going to trigger this now and go to here. I assume he does. Yeah, I assume he still gets a turn. Again, this is one of those things that you don't really know because I don't know. I feel like in the actual game, you kind of get like a grace turn when you phase him. So I did 40 damage in one go, assuming that my math was correct. So then I don't know if he does this immediately. Like I know the cube goes down, but does he like start as if it's a new turn? Like, or does he immediately do this? I'm assuming he's going to immediately do this, and then he's going to hit me, strengthen. I'm assuming that's what's going to happen. We're going to play it that way. Hopefully I'm not doing it wrong. He's going to go back up to 40. Fortunately, we now know that I don't have my double tap, my bash, one of my heavy blades, and one of my flexes. So the chance of doing that a second time is very low unless we cycle through our deck. So yeah, so he's in Fury mode. He does that now because I damaged him. He takes his turn, but it would be nice if there was a grace turn there. But I guess this is the grace turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Be nice if I roll another 4. Okay, I swear. All right, I'm not going to touch it. We're going to do this. It's a 4. Maybe I should roll the dice from this view so you can see. Either this dice is weighted to a 4 or getting really lucky. I don't know. But I got another 4, so he's taking 4 damage immediately. We're back to 3 block and 4 energy. That 3 block is going to be very critical for me. We have a True Grit. We have a Heavy Blade and a Flex. So we are going to do the following. We are going to Flex once. We are going to Heavy Blade once. So this is going to do 8 damage. He's going to be down to 20, 36, 28. Not actually, you know what? I think now is the time when we do our Flex Potion. Yeah. We're going to use our Flex Potion now to do another 5 damage. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Okay. So we'd have 2 strength. That goes away. We'll remove our strength now. We did all our damage. And now we're just going to True Grit. We're going to exhaust the defend and then defend. And that is four energy. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's gonna be an extra 3. Yeah, so this cube should be here. It's gonna be an extra 1, 2, 3 blocks. So we have 6 block this turn. He is going to then hit us twice, 4 and 4 for 8. So we are going to take. Did I take a damage already? I took a damage already. Okay. So we're going to take 2 more damage. We are at 7 damage. And then next turn, he's going to strengthen. That is it for that turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We will do this. Now that I do this, watch. I'm going to start rolling poorly. Yep, see, look at that. That is okay. It's not okay, but, you know, only so much I can do. All right. Hopefully we draw something useful. We have our battle trance. The bad part about this is one of these is going to be our war cry. 1, 2. Means we cannot really use it this turn, unfortunately. And the other bad news is we're not taking any damage this turn, and we have our big defense card now in our hands, so see what we get. Yeah, this is not a great hand because we have our true crit, defend, war cry, which we can't use, a defend. We do have a strike, and we have our impervious, all of which is not really that great for us for this turn. But we will do our cleave. That'll be 3 more damage, so we will get them to 20. We do have our fire potion if we need it. You know what? I am going to look at the top potion and see if this could help us first before I actually do that. But we have a double weaken, so that could be good. We will buy that for 2. I think that is worth a 2. Because giving him 2 weakens on the next turn will counteract his strength. So that was one of our 3 energy. And then I think we are simply just going to true crit away a defend. We're going to get 2 defense for that. And then we will strike once for 1 more damage. Then these all go into the discard. The rest of my hand goes into the discard. He is going to strengthen. Hopefully we get our double tap and something good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hopefully we roll. But now we're going to keep the camera in zoom to see if we roll 4. Roll the 2s. All right. I broke the luck streak. 2s don't do anything for us. And let's see what we got. So we have our double tap and 2 heavy blades and our battle trance. Wait, we got our battle trance back already? I guess when we remove cards, we go through our deck quickly. So we are going to we're going to use our battle trance first. We're going to draw a card. We got our bash, which is what we were hoping for. We might, I don't know. I can't do the math right now in my head. We only have 3 energy and we have no block. So we have 7 health. So we need a little bit of defense to survive this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Let's see. What can we do? I probably should have saved that strength potion for this turn. I could have double tapped a heavy blade, which would have been great. That would have been 16 damage. But we are going to instead double tap. We're going to double tap a bash, which is going to be 4, then 8 damage. We're going to do 12 damage. Actually, I got to think about this first. Because I'm going to die if I don't strengthen, if I don't defend. With 1 block, I die. I feel like I'm going to end up relying. I really needed my relics to go off this turn. That 1 extra energy is what's going to kill me. Can't use my war cry, so I can't set up. Draw 2 cards, then put a card from your hand on top of them. I wonder if I could still do this just to put a card on the top of my pile. I could put one of these heavy blades up there, or I could put the bash up there. I could put the double tap up there. This is not good. Not good at all. Because all of my strong attack cards now are in my hand, which means next turn I'm not going to get them. All right, let me double check my math here. Double tap, bash, 4, and then 8. Is 12 damage, plus another 4 here is 16 damage. 16 is not 19 damage. And using that strength potion too early killed me. And I was thinking that it was probably too early to use it too. It was a very dumb, silly mistake. I could take it back, but it feels like cheating at this point. Which means I have to then defend with something like the Impervious this turn, not die, and hope I can get all these cards again next turn. really the only question I have is, can I use my war cry? I can use it and do nothing, but can I use my war cry and not draw the cards, but then put a card from the top of my hand? That's what I don't know. Let's look that up. I couldn't find a ruling for this, and I don't know. Let's check FAQ. I don't know. I can't find a rule that answers this question, but this is my question. I know I can't draw any more cards because I played a battle cry this turn, whatever that card is called, where it says you can't draw any more cards this turn. But then, can I do the put a card from your hand on the top of your draw pile? And I feel like I can, so I'm going to put the double tap on the top of my draw pile. And I'm going to pray I can get that again, and pray that I can do a 4, or a 4 would be great, a 5 would be kind of good, something on the next turn. And then I think I'm just simply going to strike this turn. And that is my 3 cards. Now, again, I don't know. It might not change anything at all if I couldn't do that, but it could. I don't know. We're going to do 1 point of damage. We're down to 18. We are going to double weaken him. That's going to cancel out the strength for this turn. He's going to attack me twice for 4 and 4 because it would normally be 5 and 5 with that strengthen token. The 2 weaknesses go away. And then I'm going to take 2 damage because I have a 6 block. This gets exhausted. This goes into my discard. I have 5 health left, and I need a really good turn this turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 1 card in here that may or may not be my draw a card. What's it called? The battle trance, which I definitely need. So yeah, we're gonna hope that my battle trance is in here. But first, let's roll our dice, and we're gonna see what we get. Then we're gonna do it from this view, right? Oh, all right. We got a 6. Okay. So now we have choices to make here. On a 6, I can trigger a die ability. Let's see what's in my hand first. I have my double tap, my battle trance. I could trigger the 4 damage. Puts us at 14. Means if I get my bash, if I get any of my attack things, I can get it low enough, I think, where I could kill it. Where I can get the fire potion. Or I gamble and take the extra energy for an extra attack. I think we're going to do the 4 damage. We're going to do 4 damage to him with our calendar. 7, 6, 5, 4. We still have the fire potion. So we're going to battle trance first. We draw 1 card. That's all that's left in our draw pile. We have 5 cards in here. We want the bash. Don't get the bash, then we might have problems. I don't know. Just stare right in the eyes of the camera. Part of the cards. 1, 2, 3. Did we get a bash? I think we need our bash. All right, we got our double tap cleaves, defend, true grits. We got our battle trance back. We got a heavy blade and strike. We did not get our bash. Rough. This could be it. I don't know. This is actually really bad for us because now we're not going to get our battle trance next turn. We will get our bash. I mean, I don't know. Maybe the math ends up working out to be similar regardless. We're going to find out. All right. We're going to double tap. We are going to cleave for 6. We're going to heavy bleed for 9. Okay, good. We don't lose either way. Okay. And we're going to strike. No, we don't have the extra energy to do that. So, well, I assume we don't lose if I draw 1 attack card this next turn, which I should. So we're going to do 6, 9 damage. We're going to go take him down to 5. All of our cards that we can play this turn. Not battle trance again, because we can't draw additional cards this turn. We what? What do we do? We give him a strengthen, and then we draw 5 more cards. We have 1, 2 cards here, which we know is a bash. So yeah, I think no matter what, we don't lose. But I guess the question is, do I have to use that fire potion now or not? Very close. We could have done this better for sure. If we just saved that flex potion for a better turn, Should just save the flex potion for whenever we have double tap and heavy blade together. I think that's just always going to be what we do moving forward. All right. We do need to get one of our flexes from the deck upgraded, I think, or a way to fetch it. What did we draw? We drew our double tap, so we're good. We're going to double tap, bash, and we have our plants. We have a lot of cards, but he's going to die. We don't die, assuming we didn't cheat. I don't think we cheated, but the only thing we might have cheated with was putting that double tap on the top. But I don't know how to, again, I don't know how to interpret how the war cry works. So if you know the rules, let me know if it is possible to play this, be prevented to draw the 2 cards, but then put a card from your hand. I assume it is possible to do the second part without doing the first, but again, I don't know. All right, so rewards. We get 3 coins. We get 4 coins, actually, because we have the golden idol. Something that gives us guaranteed energy would be great right now. But we're going to get our treasures. I think these are actually called treasures now, right? What are these things called? Maybe they're just called boss relics? Yeah, relics and boss relics. Again, I should know that, but all right. Start of combat, place 2 cubes, remove a cube, gain, that's pretty good. We can gain all kinds of stuff and then get rid of it, or upgrade 3 cards. Both, so this is good. Both of these are good. I think the holy water is better for me so that we don't have turns where we can only cast 1 of our 2 cards. But upgrading 3 cards could be worth a consideration too. Let's see, what do I have that I would upgrade? I would probably upgrade both my flexes, or maybe the war cry and the flex. Because not having that extra strength all the time when we need it is a problem. But I think that energy is better. What we're gonna see more campfires. We're probably gonna see a merchant, hopefully. We just need to get 1 flex upgraded so that we always have like access to at least 1 strengthen. But I love upgrading cards so much. And then if I do upgrade them, I really don't have any need to upgrade any more cards other than maybe some defense, which means I can then purely focus on removal at campfires. Removal at campfires makes my deck a lot more consistent. And so is having extra energy. Both of these are good options. We hit 2 campfires this time. Holy water looks so good. I think I'm gonna take the holy water. Both of these were hard to shoot. All right, we're gonna put these on the bottom. We'll take the holy water. And the only reason why I'm doing that is because of that turn I just had where I could not cast 2 cards. I feel like upgrading is a better long-term strategy. Okay, but we also get, for the first time in a long time, a rare card. And I guess I could have looked at this first. So, okay. Limit break is going to be the answer, I think, for sure. What is the upgraded for Exhume, though? Just cheaper? Okay. If I would have looked at this first, I probably would have done the upgrade. Double, yeah. Yeah, you know what? I am going to do that. You are allowed to do these in any order. I should have looked at these first, and I think instead of taking the holy water, we are going to take the Astrolabe, and we're going to upgrade 3 cards. We're going to upgrade our limit break. We're going to take these. Will go back. I'm going to regret this because I still want that energy. There are relics in there that will help us. We'll upgrade a single flex. And then I think we will... What is the... This is still... So this just gets us more defense, right? Yeah, 8 defense. Reason why I don't need to upgrade 2, even though having 2 flexes would be good, now that I have a limit break, I can just double this as I get it. Actually... Basically, the way this combo works, I think, is you cast the flex, you double it, and then you get rid of 1, and you get a permanent strength from that. And once you have the permanent strength, then this just can double all the way up to 8. Trying to figure out if I need 2 upgraded flexes to like make this work. Problem is once I have 2 upgraded flexes, then I'm always constantly drawing those. And I think we're going to upgrade the war cry. Warcry lets us figure stuff out. What we're doing. Now we can focus a little bit more on card removal, and hopefully we can get that gives us more energy, consistency, or a relic that lets us manipulate the die to get more consistency out of the Happy Flower, something along those lines. Anyway, that is Act 2 done. I'm going to stop the recording, set up Act 3. I might do it tonight. I might be back with another outfit and continue this on a different day. We will see how this goes after I'm done recording. Thank you for watching. I'm doing this a lot. I already did it earlier in the video, but because for me, I'm doing this over multiple days, I will just say special thanks to all my patrons. I don't know why I say that wrong every single time. You know who you are. Paul M, Umagoro. I could use a 16-bit ally. I could use more 32-bit insiders, an 8-bit fan, only $1 a month. Let me know how I could add value to your generosity. More people I get, the more I can do this. My goal is to hopefully get this to a point where I could just start live streaming and record more and start doing more interesting things like reviews. So if you want to help me, let me know. Anyway, I will be back with Act 3. Thank you. All right, we are back with Act 3. Oops. We got the Chronomancer, which I'm a little bit nervous about. I guess we'll see how this ends up working out. I guess we'll look and see what we want to do. I have 2 interesting paths. Actually, I think I only have 1 interesting path to go. I think we're just going to go up the middle this way because there's 2 elites going up there. We have campfires back to back if we need to heal, or we can use them for card removal or upgrades. We might need to get some more defense purely because Chronomancer, I don't remember how the board game version of it works, but I know in the actual game, you're limited to a certain number of cards to play, or you might have some rounds where you're limited. So I imagine that's going to be a little bit rough. But yeah, we're going to see how that works out. We are at 14 coins. So we're going to try to take advantage of the golden idol to stock up on potions and or purchase another relic before we get to the boss. So let's just see what happens. So first we have to do an encounter. So we're going to start with that. We are starting with the Writhing Mass. It does not summon anything, so we'll use the green. Starts with 27 hit points. And let's see what they do, because I really don't remember anything about the board game versions of any of these enemies. And hold on, I'm gonna pause it for 1 second. Yeah, I zoomed this out a tiny bit more so that you can see my health tracker. That was bothering me. Might mean that it's a little bit harder to see the text on the cards, but I can only do so much with camera resolution stuff. So anyway, this enemy does a lot of random stuff. Reactive: when you damage the Writhing Mass with an attack, roll the die. Don't trigger relics. All enemy die actions change. So, all right. So I guess basically, if I understand this, every time I hit him, he's going to change his intentions, I think. Yes, I think that's how this character or this enemy works. Every time I damage with an attack, so like attacking it with like passive abilities or things like that aren't the same thing. All right, so we're drawing 5 cards. I did shuffle my deck. We're going to roll this dice. Rolled a 4, so that's what we want every turn. It's going to start us off with 3 block. He's going to get 4 damage right out of the gate. And we get an extra energy from the 4s. A 3 block. Yeah, okay. Let's see what our hand is. We got our double tap. We got our flex. We got our bash. Okay, we got a pretty good starting hand, actually. It was, I shuffled all the decks. I even did a pile shuffle with my deck. It just happens to be what I drew. We are starting with a strength. Did I get my bash? I did. So this is, I feel like I'm going to kill him on the first turn again. We are going to flex. This does not discard. That does not exhaust anymore. So we have a second strength now. So that's going to mean that our bash is going to do 6 damage. Which is going to bring it down to, actually, do I want? No, I don't want to double tap the bash. I want to bash first for 6 damage. So 17. Then we want to double tap so it gets vulnerability. And technically, we're going to roll the dice because it changes its intent. Now doing that. But then we double tap the heavy blade. We have 4 energy to do this. So this is going to be 10, 13, so 3 each. Strengthen adds 5, so this is a 13 attack with vulnerability, so 26 plus another 13. So yeah, it dies. So that was the kind of opening hand we want, I guess. I think we do like 39 damage to that. Assuming I'm not cheating. I'm always afraid that I'm cheating, but I believe that's how vulnerable. I have to like check vulnerability. Deal 2 times the damage on each attack, the next attack, and then remove a attack token. So yeah. So 6, so 3 plus 2 5s, right? Let me make sure I'm not. But I feel really bad if I'm reading this wrong. Each strengthen adds plus 5 damage to this card instead of 1. So instead of it being a 5 attack, it's a 10, 13 attack. Yeah, so 13, double 26, plus another 13, 39 damage. All right, so we're going to get a potion. We're going to get a block potion, which is perfect. And then we're going to get the ability to upgrade. I did forget to shuffle this, though, so let's do that. We have not gotten our golden ticket yet, but as far as I'm aware, you're supposed to shuffle this every act. You don't shuffle the rare deck, you do shuffle this. This one I'm just going to do this kind of shuffle. What is this shuffle called? Mush shuffle? Smash shuffle? I feel like I should know this, but this is what I don't know. I feel like a riffle shuffle is like when you do this with the cards, right? Like, you know, probably shouldn't do it with these cards, but when you do it like this. I did. I just mixed the. I just accidentally put these all in opposite. Yeah, that was dumb. You guys are gonna spend time watching me fix this now. This is gonna bug me. This is like holding money. I was trained as a kid. Always arrange your money the same way. So now whenever I'm given money, I have to like spend time fixing it. I had to do the kids in kindergarten. I had to work for their like fundraiser sale to raise money for the school. So everything was like $1 for like candy and chips and stuff. I was the only parent spending the time collecting all the money, fixing it so that it all faced the same way. So, all right. So that was an extra what? Added just for that. All right. 3. Okay. See what we're gonna do here. Disarm, no. Sever soul. This also lets us get rid of cards. What's the upgrade? 4. Exhaust 1 or 2 cards in your hand. Pretty good, actually, but it's a must. So eventually it becomes bad. Or disarm or wild strike. I don't think we're gonna take any of these. I think we're just gonna remove cards the old-fashioned way. So we're gonna move up. Yeah, we don't get any money reward from this boss. All right, so we are going to move up the track to an event. Our event is Bonfire Spirits. They offer remove a card. If it's an uncommon, heal 3. If it's a rare, heal to full. If it's a curse, lose 1 HP. So we don't have any curses. So an uncommon's a blue one, right? Oh, I don't think we're going to remove a blue one. I think we're going to remove the defend, which actually works out for us because that means we can maybe take one of our campfires and upgrade a defend. I feel like we still need to get 1 or 2 defense upgraded so that we have something to do. I assume this works. I assume I can remove a card and I only have to take a penalty if it's these. Like I don't think I'm forced to do an uncommon or a rare. That's my interpretation of the card. If I'm interpreting that wrong, let me know. Then we are going to now move up to our first elite. Is this where we die? Is this where we lose? I don't know. We got a starting hand like last time. I'll feel good. Giant Head. I feel like Giant Head was made for us, but at the same time, I mean, I guess I have ways to scale my strength now. Remember when I fought this on the poison deck? I think there's an achievement with the Giant Head, right? I haven't really been looking at the achievements. Kind of one of these things, maybe if I knew about it, but I think there was something with the Giant Head. Oh, there is you can go over 10 block. I didn't realize the block limit was 20. Maybe I knew that, but I might be able to hit the strength limit of 8. Now it's the transient that there is a something for. So I believe it goes 3. It hits us. Why are you still here? It hits us. I think slow. Giant head takes +1 damage from all attacks. So, okay, let's shuffle. Again, sorry you're seeing this so much, but it is a long game. So this comes up like every 30 minutes or so. If you want to support me, give me a like, subscribe. I'm a Patreon member. I have a Discord. You use all the support, all the love. All right. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Sorry, we're going to do this. I could have done it before killing the last guy. This is one of these like board game things that we're allowed to do. Once per combat, draw 3 cards if you lost HP this combat. Is this worth 8 coins? Maybe? Yeah, we'll buy it. You're going to put this down here, actually. Drawing cards is good for us because, actually, you know what? This actually isn't that good for us. We're not going to take it. Because we have the Battle Trance, which means that we saw last time we kept drawing our Battle Trance a lot. And I can't use that with the Battle Trance. We're not going to grab it. Okay. Okay, so let us roll our dice to see what we get. And we get a 4. We got a 5. 5 is not bad. Not great. But we are at 3. Get 1 block. Actually, no, 5 is not good for us in this particular situation. 3s and 4s are basically what we want in this situation. So we're going to see what we get. So we gave him his health. Let us zoom in so we can see our cards. We have a limit break. We have a strength. Start of combat, gain 1, lose a shield at the end of the turn. Not all. I mean, I believe that's how it works. You know what? Let me double check limit break, make sure that I'm not misinterpreting. Okay, yeah. All right. So, actually, so before we play the limit break, let us play our war cry. This is going to exhaust, but we draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Maybe we can get more strength doubling going on here with flexes. We're going to play our Battle Trance, which is going to go into our discard. 2, 3, 4. We got one of our flexes. So we're going to play, this is the exhausting flex that we didn't upgrade yet. So we are now at 2. And do I have any more of that to go around? I don't. But we will play our limit break now. Kind of forgot that limit break costs energy, so now I do kind of wish we had more ways to get energy, but it's fine. We're going to double our strength. Whoops, that is a vulnerability. We need more strength tokens. So we have 2 temporary on the top. Well, I'll do temporary on the top, permanent on the bottom. All right, so that is 1 energy. And I think the right answer here is to just use a heavy blade. The heavy blade is going to give us... All right, so actually before we do anything else... No, yeah, we'll wait to do it. No, you know what? We're gonna... Feeling pretty good about what's happening here. So we are going to not look for a potion. We're gonna look at the top relic. Start of combat. 2 shields. So I want this for 6. A little bit more shield can't hurt. I don't know how often that will come into play. All right, so now we got to do our math because we don't have our double tap, right? No double tap. Oh wait, we forgot to put a card back on the top of our deck too. So we are going to put our other heavy blade back on the top of the deck. You know what? We kind of cheated. We should have done that first and drawn 1 less card. So this would go back into our hand anyway. Totally forgot to do that. I put a card back. I put a defend back on top because that was on the bottom. I'm pretty sure defend was one of the 4 cards I drew, or 3 cards I drew. Don't actually know, but I can't really undo it now. But I do have to remember when I do the war cry, I have to put a card back on top immediately. So yeah, all right. So we have 4 strength. So this is going to do 23 plus 1 because of the slow. Giant head takes +1 damage from all attacks. So that's going to be 24 damage. So he's going to be down to 61. And that's our whole turn. This all goes into the discard. He does nothing, but he's going to attack us on the next turn. Unfortunately, our good defense cards also just got discarded. And we are probably not drawing any extra cards this turn. But we are going to hope that we get at least a 4. We always hope for a 4. And then we lose 2 of our strength. So let's roll our dice and see what we're doing. Let me double check that this goes up to down. I think it does. Yeah, so I assume, so in the video game, he counts down like 3, 2, 1, and then starts attacking you. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be 3, why are you still here, attack me, but I'm assuming it's 3, attack me, why are you still here, attack me. That's my guess. All right, did I roll this dice yet? I don't think I rolled this dice yet. Let's roll this dice. A 6, okay, 6 is good for us. Well, I mean, it's not great. Let's see what's in our hand first. Do I need to do 2 things? Don't think so. So I can trigger either the 4 damage or the 2 shield. I'll probably do the 2 shields. Well, how much damage am I going to do? Let's see if the 4 damage is enough to kill him. Let's see if my damage is enough to kill him. If I double tap, I have 2, so I'm going to have 3, 1 temporary. So if I bash, it's going to be 8 because I get +1 from the slow. So it's going to be 8, then 16. But I'm actually probably going to cleave first. Hold on. So cleave first will be 6 plus 8, which is what? 14. Then another 16. 14 plus, so 30. So I'm not going to kill him this turn. So that 4, yeah, so we're just going to take the 2 block. And then this is what my turn's going to be. We have the 2 block from the loaded die. So we're going to take some damage this turn, unfortunately, but we can heal it back up, I think. So I just did the math on this. It's 7 damage. Let's just do the 7 damage first. 61 minus 7 is 54. Double your next attack. So this is 8. 54 minus 8 is 46. And then it gets a vulnerable. Then the next attack is doubled. So it's 8 times 2 is 16. So he's going to go drop down to 30. And that is my turn. And the reason why we did the bash last is so that vulnerability stays. So if I can get a heavy strike on my next turn, I should be able to kill him with this strength, hopefully. So he's going to attack me for 5. Going to move on to why are you still here? I'm going to take 3 damage, 1, 2, 3. My block goes down to 0. And we are on a new turn. So we draw 1 single card. Then we shuffle. And we are at 7 health. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, you know what? This flex is not an exhaust, so I got to reshuffle this whole deck. Sorry. Force of habits. You know what? Let's pile shuffle. A couple more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Roll our dice. A 2, which doesn't do anything for us. All right, so we got our heavy blade, and we have our double tap. So should be enough with what we have, but let's see. Double tap, heavy blade, and we have a strike too. But first, the double tap. 14 plus another 10. 14 times 2 is 28. And then we double tap, which is another 14, so he dies. So before he dies, we are going to use our and look at a relic. This is Serpent Head. Question mark. We gain 2 when we enter the room. This would have been much more useful earlier in the game. We are not going to take it. So I'm glad that we looked at that, because now, as a reward, we're going to get 3 gold. Keep hitting this camera with my head. Maybe angle it a little bit higher. Then we are going to look at another relic. The boot. I mean, it's okay. Not really what I want, but we'll take it. We will move this down to here, slide these down, and put this here. I mean, I guess dealing 1 damage is not horrible, but really we're hoping something that gave me energy gain. And then we are going to hit it again. Stop head. We're going to look at 3 of these. Oops, this is not 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. I saw the shrug it off. I usually like shrug it off. We don't want pommel strikes. Don't think we want sentinel. Maybe we want sentinel. Yeah, actually we want the Sentinel because we're going to be getting rid of more cards. And if we exhaust this, we can get some energy. So now is a good time to get an upgraded Sentinel. Whoops, I don't know what I just did. So both these Pommel Strikes are going away. Bye-bye Pommel Strikes. We don't want you. Upgraded Sentinel we might want. Could be a mistake, but I feel like we are getting our deck down. So this can replace a defend. And that is everything with that elite. So now we are going to move on to a campfire site. Actually, we get an extra coin. We get 2 extra coins because we forgot that we have the golden idol. We got one from our first battle, and then we got one from that elite attack. So have to remember that that's a thing. Don't think I cheated. I'm pretty sure I forgot to do the golden idol last turn, but this is recorded, so anyone can rewind it and let me know. I also have to heal back up to 10. I get 3 health because I have the black blood and also the ironclads. Weird they don't put the name of what this ability is here, because I'm pretty sure it is something blood, but I forget what it's called. All right, so we're doing a campfire. I believe for this campfire action, we are going to remove a defend. We just got basically a better defend added into our deck. Then we are going to do an event. I would have taken that 1 relic. I'd be getting 2 coins now, but we have plenty of money at the moment. We are going to do an event. Hopefully it is something good. Base trader, take and give. Gain 1 and then lose 1. Or give 1 to another player. Yeah, let's take 1 and lose 1. I probably am okay with getting rid of the boots. I assume I can't take 1 and then give a different one back. But yeah, I want to see if I get something better. Ink bottle, draw 1 card. Yeah, sure. I feel like that's better than the boot. 1 damage is also pretty good, but an extra card is also really good. So an okay event, not my favorite event that we could have gotten. Then we have another campfire phase. So we are going to remove another card from our deck. Let's see how many we have. A defend, strike, defend, and a strike. We are going to get rid of another strike. And then I have to decide for my last one if I want to get rid of a strike or maybe upgrade a defend. I don't know yet what I want to do. But then we are already up to our elite, going faster than I expected. We're up to our next elite. We are fighting the Nemesis. Okay. All right. So they give us a lot of burn cards, which is probably not good for us. Nemesis can't lose HP if the cube on this... Can't lose HP if the cube is on this action. Okay. This is probably not the greatest enemy to be facing right now for me. Gotta hope that I can get a good wombo combo in my starting cards here, because I don't like not being able to do damage to them. And again, I don't have the greatest defensive setup to outlast these in a minute rounds. And once we add 5 freaking burn cards into my discard, my deck gets a lot worse. So this is not a good elite for this deck. This could be where we lose. I don't know. I have to decide if I want to buy a potion or if I want to look at another relic. See what might help me more. I feel like a potion could help me more maybe, but I kind of want to look at a relic. We have all this gold. So I think I'm going to look at a relic. I'm going to do that right at the very beginning. Once per combat, so I can do it right now. Your starter strikes deal 1+ damage. No, that's a horrible relic for me. Wish I took a potion instead. All right. So let's roll our dice. Maybe we can roll something good. 5s are good now. 6s are good now. 4s are still probably the best for me. I don't know why. I should go back to that. Roll the dice first. We got a 1. 1 is not a good dice for me. All right. So we do have a limit break and a flex. So we're going to cast our flex first to get a strength. And then we are going to limit break, double that up. Where did I put all my strength tokens? Did I put them back over here? Maybe? I don't know. I feel like I did something. And this guy's got 35. I put the vulnerability on the other strength. What I did. Okay. All right. So we limit break. So we have 2. We're going to lose 2 at the end of the turn. And then we have both of our heavy strikes. We have no card draw. We do have our fire potion if we need it. We're going to see if heavy break is enough. It's not going to be enough though. So we are going to do 23 damage. Still not bad. 35 to 20 minus 23 is 12. Had we gotten a different array of cards, we might have been able to finish him off. And that was all 3 of my energy. We have no block. They are just giving us 5 burn cards. Luckily, these go in our discard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But we will probably see them unless we get a really good hand. But the problem we have now is they can't lose any HP this turn. We need a defensive turn. Oh, we started the combat with 2 shield too, but gotta remember that. But yeah, we're gonna roll. We got a 2. Does not help us. All right, we are gonna do our battle cry first. 1, 2, 3. We are hoping for good for defense, which I think we got some. But I want a battle trance now. That's the real question. So I have to put a card on top, and I think the smartest play right now is to do the following: not use my battle trance. Well, actually, no. If I use my battle trance, I'm guaranteed to get my double tap, and I have my flex. Let's just do the math on this first. I have an additional flex. I'll have 3 strength. I'm not guaranteed to get. I'm not guaranteed to get it though. That's the problem here. I think we're gonna do it. I think we're going to. So I have to put something on top. We'll just put the bash on top. We'll use our battle trance. We'll draw 4. If I get my double tap, I think I just kill him this turn. I did get my double tap, and actually, did I not give myself 4 cards? I'm not sure, but I think I don't think it matters because I have my flex. Soft one is giving me 3 strength. So if I double tap for free, then I bash, it's going to be 7, then 14. He only has 12 health, and then I still have a cleave that I can do afterwards. So we are good. So this elite also dies before it can attack me, which is good. So we're going to get 3 gold. You know what? We're going to do it like this. Give myself a 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. And then give myself 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, and then we are going to get a relic and an upgrade. Let's do our relic first. Whetstone, upgrade a starter strike, and then another attack, then discard this item. Guess we'll upgrade a starter strike, and then another attack. I don't even think I have another attack that I can upgrade. All right, let's get rid of these burns. I have another attack that I can even upgrade in this deck? Don't think I do. I might have another strike in here. Not an attack, defend, not an attack. Yeah, I don't even have 2 attacks that I can upgrade, so not that great. I know it says to discard it. I'm just keeping it so that I can log what relics I got when I'm done. So he's gone. All right, well, that was not really worth it. Oh, let's do this. Maybe it'll be worth it. Spot the weakness. Okay, strength to any player if the die is on 1, 2, or 3. What's the upgrade to this? 1, 2, 3, or 4. It's pretty good. Or shrug it off. Only problem with shrug it off. We like shrug it off. Yeah, we're going to take the shrug it off because, again, it's the defensive upgrade. That's our weakness. I do wish we got spot the weakness sooner, but we have a lot of ways to get strength right now. And this potentially is a dead card if we don't roll 1, 2, 3s, or 4s, and we don't need the shockwave, but means I can get rid of another defense, and I have a better. I have a lot more defense going on in my deck. That's what we're doing. So now we simply are going to do something here. We are going to go to a campfire. We are going to get rid of a defense. I don't need to upgrade a defense now because I got that shrug it off, and then we are going to fight the Act 3 boss, which I'm kind of nervous about because they have 60 to 90 health, if I remember. I did look at this one and setting up. I was curious how it works. Before we do anything, I think I'm going to look at my relic, look at a relic with the courier and see if I want it. Once per combat, exhaust the 2 cards in your hand. I mean, this isn't really that good, but sure, we have no other use for our money. Probably would have been better off getting a potion. Curious what potion I would have got. Gain energy. Yeah, that would have been much better, but oh well. Okay, well, hopefully we can get through this. All right, so start the combat with 2 defense. Our anchor is taken care of, so we're going to move it over here. We can't use this anymore, so we're going to move it over here. Peace pipe's not relevant anymore. We're going to move it over here. We start with a strength. We did our courier. Golden idol, we get a coin. Forgot about that. We're at full health. Now we're going to roll this dice. Hopefully we can get a number that helps us. We got a 2. 2 does not help us. We have all these relics, and we rolled a 2. We are going to shuffle, 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 shuffle. And then we're going to draw 5 cards. Probably should draw the 5 cards first, but it doesn't really matter. We got our war cry, our battle trance, got a flex early. We are going to use our, so we can only play 5 cards. I have to remember that. We are going to war cry first. Draw 3, and I get to put 1 back on top. 1, 2, 3. None of these are really useful. We are going to put our True Grit back on top. That's our first card. Each player can't play more than this. 4 cards this turn, the number in the clock, including confuses. What do confuses do? I have to pay energy to exhaust. We're going to get a lot of confuses soon. Okay. So I think we're going to battle trance now. Not a great start, but maybe we can get our limit break. That would be good. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can get our limit break now. That'd be really good. Got our limit break. Okay. We played 2 cards. I think we are simply going to do the following. We are going to flex. That's 3. Flex 4. And then limit break 5. That's going to put us at 6 strength. And then 3 of them are going to go away. Then all of these other cards get discarded. Then he's going to attack us twice for 2 and 2. We block 2. And we're going to take 2 damage early, which I don't know. It doesn't feel good. You know what? We're just going to use our block potion. Stay at full. Because why not? I don't think it matters when we use that with this hero. You could have exhausted. We can use the blue candle to exhaust some of the confuses we're going to get. So we are going to hold on to that for that. So the mutagen is now done. 2, 3, 4, 5. We have a heavy blade, a shrug it off, a strike, a double tap, and a sentinel. Okay. We're not taking any damage this turn. We could shrug it off. Well, let's roll our dice and see what we get first. A 4. A 4 is what we like. 4 does 4 damage to him. If we had the boots, it'd be 5. Interestingly enough, we draw a card. I was about to say this with the shrug it off, but we have, sorry, you can't really see it, but hey, if you want to support me, like and subscribe. Sorry, that was automatic. Wait for this to go away, because my intent was not to do this. But yeah, if you want to like and subscribe. So you can't see it, and you can't see it from this view. But you can see it from this view. I have no cards in my draw. So maybe, I don't know, sliding this down a tiny bit. Let's see. Hold on. We're already on the last battle. I'm just thinking to do it now. But maybe if I slide this over a tiny bit. No, it's not enough. But yeah, I have no cards in my draw. So because I rolled a 4. Oh wait, no, I don't draw an extra card. That's the ink bottle. It's 5. Okay, never mind. I do get an extra energy though, and I do get an extra shield, which doesn't matter. We get an extra 3 shields, which would have been much better on the first turn, but it's fine. All right, so this is what we have. So I could shrug it off, draw a card, and to cycle this whole deck, and to do that before I get the 3 confuses, which means the confuses won't get immediately cycled into my deck. I'll have to go through my deck one whole time. Probably going to do that even though the defense doesn't help me, because my only other thing I can do is I can double tap, heavy strike, and then I could exhaust the card if I want to, or strike. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to just see what I draw. I'm going to shrug it off. I'm going to get 3 blocks. I'm up to 6 block, which doesn't really help me now, but I do get to draw a card. That is 1 card play. Maybe I can get the limit break early. That would be the dream. Limit break or the battle cry thing. All right, we got a true grit. Not super good, but it's fine because again, my reasoning for it is now all 3 of these confuses are going to go right to the discard. Right? These go to the discard, right? These all go to the discard. Yeah. Means that I'll have a whole deck cycle before I got to worry about them. So then that was my first card play. That's 1 energy. I'm going to just simply double tap my Heavy Blade. My Heavy Blade is 18 damage. It's 3 plus 3 strengthen. So 18 times 2 is 36. So he drops down to 20. Right? 56 minus 36 is 20, yeah. And then I could exhaust the card. Like I could use either one of these to exhaust the strike, but maybe I just do the 2 damage. Is exhausting the strike better? Probably, actually. You know what? We're going to exhaust the strike. I'll give myself 2 more block, and we will exhaust the strike. I might regret not doing that 2 damage, but we shall see. And then now he attacks me, and I get 3 confuses into my discard. Now we have lots of ways to exhaust cards, so we can exhaust those without having to pay necessarily the energy. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now he's going to hit me for a really big hit, so we might need to pay attention to our defense a little bit. We're going to roll this dice. A 4 or a 5 would be good. A 1 is not good, so we get no benefits. We are back up to 3 energy, no block, still at full health. But we do have our limit break, and we have our battle trance. And I don't think I played more than 4 cards last turn, did I? No, I played exactly 4 cards. So now I can only play 3 cards. So that's our issue here. But I think there's a smart way to do this. So I'm just going to end up taking a lot of damage, because I did not get any defense with my cards here. And I can only play 3 cards. My options are, I prepare for a future turn by playing a battle trance, drawing my high defense card, because I'm pretty sure my 6 defense exhaust card is in there. Or I just go all out and I get them down this turn. I limit break, get 6 strength, and then I could heavy blade him. Heavy blade him out of existence, but then he gets back up to 30 health. I think I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to limit break, which is going to double my strength to 6. I'm going to battle trance, which means I'm going to draw these 3 cards. I do have to shuffle this. Well, actually, the limit break would actually be in there, so I have to remember that when you have a small deck, putting things in discard is important. So this is my hand. This is my hand. I'll put my hand up here. The battle trance is still out, but I have to draw 1 more card for it. Now I risk getting my confuses, but that's okay. Okay, I did get a confuse. That's fine though. And then I limit break, I battle trance, and then I'm going to do my impervious, which is just going to give me 6 defense this turn. And this is also going to exhaust. So that's my 3 energy, limit break, and the impervious. 3 cards. I'm going to block 6 damage. This now finally goes into the discard. And all of this is going to go back into my discard because I can't get rid of this. I could get rid of it actually with my blue candle, but I'm not going to yet. I'm going to see if I get a turn where I get 2 of them in the same hand. And yeah, so I block his 6. He does get a strengthen, and he's back up to his top card. We are on the next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got our 2 confuses, and not a great hand. Not a great hand at all for us. Okay, well, we can. Well, let's roll our dice. Maybe we get something good by rolling a 5 or a 4. 4 would be really good right now. I say that. How many times have I said that? This title of this should be called 4 would be really good right now. Okay, I'll take it. 4 will do 3 damage to him. I am going to get 3 block, which is perfect. I'm going to gain an extra energy, which is perfect. And yeah, so block, extra energy, 4 damage. Okay. I'm going to cast True Grit. True Grit is 1 energy, and I'm going to exhaust. And I'm going to put it up in there instead of there. I guess maybe There might be scenarios where putting it in here matters if there's any cards that work off how many cards are in your exhaust, but I don't think I have anything like that, so I'm going to put it up there. So now I'm at 5 defense. I'm going to limit break. You know what? No. We're going to do this even smarter. We are going to limit break. Oh wait, no, this has to be in my hand, right? Yeah, so never mind. I was going to exhaust the limit break, which would make sense. So True Grit goes to my discard. I'm going to limit break. I'm up to the maximum 8 strength. We are at 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to pay 1 energy to get rid of this guy. And then I have this double tap, which does nothing. So I can't kill him this turn. But he's going to attack me. He has a strengthen on him. So he's going to attack me for 3 and 3. I have 5 block. So I'm taking 1 damage this turn. We're down to 9. And that is this turn. We're going to roll 3, which is not, not as bad as some of the other outcomes. I do get an energy with a 3. So we're going to draw our cards. And now comes the moments of truth here. Gotta shuffle this. We still have our 4 damage potion. Don't know if it's going to be relevant. Our deck is feeling really small now because we've exhausted a lot of cards. It's good in a lot of ways and bad in some other ways. We don't need our limit break anymore, so if we can find a way to exhaust that, that would be great. But I don't think I need to even do that because I have 2 heavy blades in my hand. First heavy blade, we cast it, and he just loses his 16 hit points. He goes down to 0 because we are doing 43, right? 8. Each strength adds 5. So 8 times 5 is 40 plus 3. 43. Again, I don't know if I'm doing this wrong. Feels like I am, but maybe I'm not. He is going to come back. He's got haste now. The first time he reaches 0, immediately heals back to 30. I assume my damage doesn't carry over to this. I assume it resets per player and then gains a strengthen. So he's at 2 strengthen. And he removes all vulnerabilities and curses. That was 2 of my energy. And then we have another heavy blade, which just immediately kills him. And that is it. We don't get any rewards. The game ends. And so yeah, this is everything that I had. Again, some of these are discarded. I'm going to put the discards on the side. Like technically this Astrolabe or Astrolabe, I don't know what the right pronunciation is for that. And then technically this Whetstone also goes away. But for archival purposes, and I also get a gold. End of combat. We have the golden idol. We have the courier. You know what? We'll just do it like this so that we can get a screenshot of everything later. Some of these are really hard to see because of like glare. I feel like I'm never going to be able to solve that. If you have any light tips on how to make lights not glare, I've tried reflecting them off the ceiling, off the sides, facing down, not facing down. I even tried one of these. Maybe this is just a cheap one, but it's supposed to. It's like supposed to filter light. I've tried putting it over the camera. Doesn't do anything. I've tried lots of things. So if you have any ways to diffuse light so it does not reflect off shiny things, it is a problem when I play Marvel Dice Throne missions. That is a problem with certain sleeves, not all sleeves. I kind of wish all sleeves were just like this. Look how it does not reflect. Why can't all sleeves be matte sleeves on both sides? Why do they have to have this shiny side? Because when they're matte, no reflection. There you go. That's my world request for the day. Anyway, before we go, let us look at this and see what happens. So we are now at Ascension 2. The next time we play, we're going to lose. We have Harder Elite still, and then we're going to lose 1 max HP. So we're probably going to try the Defect next. And then achievement-wise, I got the Jax achievements. Did not defeat a boss in 1 turn, I don't think. 2 turns, yes. 1 turn, no. Beat a boss with all players at full HP, sadly no. I took 1 point of damage. Didn't quite get to a 5-card deck or smaller. Didn't see the transients. Beat Act 3 with a deck containing no uncommons or rares. That looks like that will be rough to do, but I guess that's possible with like maybe a claw deck. I don't know. I don't remember if claws are uncommons or commons or not. Or maybe with the defect orbs, I don't know. Collector, beat Act 3 with 12 relics and boss relics combined per player. I think I did that last time, and I think I just did it now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We got the Ruby, beat Act 3 with the Ironclad. We didn't do a daily climb. We didn't create an infinite card combo. And yeah, no relics. Okay. So we are going to unlock some stuff for the Ironclad, but we're not going to do that now because fetching the cards is kind of annoying with my setup. Okay, maybe we'll do it. Let me pause it. Hold on. All right. So since I beat the boss, I don't know how colorist cards work with this too. Should I have been using or having access to colorist cards already, or do I only get them, or are there no colorist cards until you get to all of them? I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to have access to colorist cards. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm getting 4 check boxes. 1 box per boss defeated plus 1 extra. Each player checks 1 boss per boss defeated plus 1 extra box each. Okay, because we finished the game. So we get 4. So this is what we are unlocking. We are unlocking fire breathing. Whenever you draw a bad symbol or curse, you deal 2 damage to any row. Pretty fun. Or upgrade is 3 damage to any row. We're getting a golden ticket. We got our second golden ticket, so maybe we can start seeing more rares. I didn't get a single power. Like, I don't think I was offered a single power. Hold on, like, are there even powers in here? Are there any powers that are not rares? There are. Okay, combust. There's the golden ticket that we never saw. Italicize. All right, so there are powers. We just never saw them. In the actual game, I always like taking Italicize. It's like one of my not 30 pleasures, but secret hidden pleasures. All right, corruption. Your skills cost 0 whenever you play a skill exhausted. Not really sure what that combo is well with. I mean, I guess it combos well with Rampage, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I'd have to think about how to best use corruption. I'm sure there's a good use of it, but Rampage, access the number of cards in your pile, or upgraded Rampage, exhaust the card in your hand, access the number of cards in your pile. So in our current setup, 1, 2, 3, 4, only 4 cards. I thought I exhausted more cards than that, but yeah. I feel like we were exhausting a lot of cards. So a Havoc, draw 1 card immediately, play it for 0 energy, exhaust it unless it's a power. So really, really good. You have a lot of powers because some of the powers are kind of expensive, but bad, I guess, if like, you know, you have like a deck like this where I was relying on the heavy hit, or the, what is it called? Heavy blade and limit break, and I feel like Havoc is a risky card. It's good on some decks, not good in the others, in some others. Immolate, it's just a hit everything for a lot, but then you get very confused. I really don't know how I feel about these cards yet, because they are really expensive. Like with Strengthen, this would be really good, I guess, but I don't know. Having to get Dazed because these go on top. That's the that's what I don't like about it. They don't go on top of, they don't go in your discard, they go on top of your draw pile. I mean, I guess if you combo it with Evolve, then it doesn't matter, right? So I guess that's the solution there. I forgot Evolve was a card. Get Evolve out, then downside of this kind of goes away in some ways. And I guess that's also with that other attack that you get confused. I guess that's the combo there. Same thing with Power Through. Give 3 to any player. Give 4 to any player for 1. So this is like a super power defense. Evolve seems like the card that you want to make those combos really shine. All right, so that's everything that I unlocked. I will log this on my websites if that is interesting to you. Again, I've done it like 3 times. Special thanks to all my patrons, Paul M, Umagoro, maybe future you if you're watching this. Otherwise, thank you for watching. I've been wakasm. This was played over 2 days. I don't know what the final runtime is going to be, probably like 2 hours. I will continue doing this, but it is very important that you let me know that this is content that you want to see, more Slay the Spire content. Next time probably will be not Ironclad, Defects at Ascension Level 2, but I feel like Defects and the Watcher I have the least experience with, so I do expect a loss coming soon. And also, I barely won with this. Like I think once I got to the end, I was in pretty good shape, but I feel like I'm going to struggle with the Ironclad at higher Ascension levels, because I think I had the same issue in the actual game where I really struggled in Act 1 with the Ironclad. Once I got like enough relics and a couple of key powers, I did, did better. But like I feel like this deck went really well, and had it not gone so well, like I don't know, like I kind of got both heavy strikes. I got the double tap. I got the limit break. I don't think you get that every game. So we'll see how well I do on future Ironclad runs. But for now, that's it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.